San Antonio's Sports Center.
In college football news, Texas quarterback Arch Manning is distancing himself from the comments of his grandfather, Archie, who recently made a prediction to his grandson's future that he would stay at the University of Texas. Arch commented, "I don't know where he got that from. He texted me and apologized to me about that. I'm really just taking it day by day right now." I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Happy hump day! Whoop, whoop. You got me muted over here, Vic?
Nah, go ahead.
Hump day! Hump day!
Got me muted. You got them all running now.
Come on, man.
They all work.
Oh, there we go. Don't take away my buttons.
What happened in our studio overnight? My ears are all screwed up.
What happened?
Well, my mic levels are all jacked around. I saw you messing with the camera. What are the Blitz doing in here?
I don't know.
What's going on? It's like a circus in here. What are they doing?
People move the camera.
Muted over on that side?
Come on, man.
What's going on in the evenings?
It's wild. That's a wild show, the Blitz. They're going to Vegas, and what happens in San Antonio stays in San Antonio is what they say.
I told them no parties.
Come on, man.
That was actually Joe and Jason. You could hear Pledger in the background going, "Hey, come on, man.
Man, I got to clean this up."
I know.
They seem to be getting along at the golf course.
Well, I
yesterday.
know,
They
but
seem
then
to
all of a
be
sudden,
great.
next thing you know, it's
Hey.
Yeah, you left that thing early.
I did. I had an appointment to get to.
By the time we left the course, the Olympia Hills were shooting this spot for the golf tournament. And AJ and I went out, and we got there, about 11?
No, we got there around 10:35.
But by the time we recorded, it was 11. It was, what do you figure, 150 degrees?
It was a warm day.
And you got out and left. You had something to do, so I had to hang around and record them. By the time we left, I was drenched. It was. I couldn't imagine have been out and playing golf yesterday.
It was a hot one yesterday.
Ooh, boy, I called ahead. Our date's going to be a lot cooler.
Last night was really cool.
This morning, walking out, I felt a little bit of a cool. At least it wasn't morbidly obese hot.
I like that.
It felt a little bit better. But yesterday, I noticed that when you left, I was tasked to do the videoing.
Yes.
But they didn't want to use my phone because I have a better phone. I have a Samsung phone. So
Yes.
I had to use, I think I was using Joe's. And I don't have any proof as to what has happened.
Doesn't Joe also have a Samsung phone?
Well, it must have been Jason's. Well, it might have, I don't know.
One of them does, I think.
It was very bright. I might have been using a Samsung. I don't know. But they wanted to use Joe. They were going to use Joe's for whatever reason. So I was doing the recording. I was the camera operator, the cinematographer, if you will. And I thought I did some pretty good video. I was kind of proud of what I did. And then I watched the spot this morning that's floating around the socials, and that's not the video I shot.
So what'd they do? They did another one after you left?
I might not have recorded anything, now that I think about it. I thought I had done it, and I thought it looked pretty good. And then I watched the thing, and I thought, that's not what I did.
Did you hit record?
So
I don't know.
So did
I don't know, but all I know is what I recorded is not being used.
So did you finish and then say, "All right, guys, I'll see you later"?
I was like, it is so freaking Africa hot. Because we drove down on the course to find some different vistas after you left.
Okay.
So we went down cruising the Yingling Flight golf vehicle, which was unbelievable. And we just looked for some other vistas. And then we got into the actual place, so we'd have to wait. So I'm standing out. It was so hot. I'm dripping sweat. I'm tired. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's get this over with. So let some guys play through. We do the videos. They're driving. I'm coming up, doing all the stuff. Great. Play to the camera, guys, doing all the stuff. Like, guys, I'm out. I'm gonna head on out. And they were going to continue. No, they were going to go inside, have a beer, and have something to eat.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm going to leave. I don't know what transpired from that moment on. But what I recorded
looked at your
is
video
not
and said,
what was used. So
This
either
is
I didn't
garbage.
record
This is total garbage. We can't use any of this.
Rubbish.
or it's like when you're if you've ever tried to act and you get edited out of the show.
Yeah.
You're like, I thought I was in this. I thought my recording was there, and it's not.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just too grand a scale.
like
Maybe
you on
my vision didn't match
It's
theirs.
like you on Hard Knocks. They always edit you out.
Dude, for 3 times I've been part of Hard Knocks, and I follow those dudes around, and I have never made it. One time, back when they were here in San Antonio, I made it in the background of Dave Campo's bare ass.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I was in the background of that.
And you're like, that's got to get on.
You'd think I had, and I was. There's just kind of a glimmer of me, but I never have made it on a Hard Knocks, and it wasn't for lack of trying. I'm a camera whore.
Well, I'm sorry they didn't use your stuff.
Well,
Our stuff looked pretty good. The stuff that Joe shot, I was impressed actually with Joe's cinematography. The way he
ours
moved around,
ours looked good, but evidently what I shot was just too highbrow.
Yeah,
But, some people just don't get my vision,
I get it.
or I didn't press record.
Yeah,
They couldn't see your vision.
My vision was too highbrow for the phone that I used.
yes.
So what I'm getting at is at some point I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear about it. That somehow I screwed this thing
You're
up.
like you're essentially the Wes Anderson of.
I am. I am Wes
It's not
Anderson.
for everybody.
It really isn't.
It's not for everybody.
When I asked him to eat the poop, he wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just didn't. Not like Divine did. But I have a vision. There's people out there going, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah. You're Wes Anderson. I'm Ren and Stimpy. That's That's our balance.
I blame Ren and Stimpy for this entire generation's problems.
First of all,
Encourage the Cowardly Dog. Those 2 cartoons tilted.
First
youth.
of all, the youth doesn't know Ren and Stimpy.
No, that's true. You got to be older than that.
You got to be older than that to be the.
It's your generation.
My generation did good. It's you, the old whites. You guys have ruined it.
No, that's mine. I'm kind of stuck in the middle.
I don't think you are.
I'm the oldest Gen Xer.
Okay.
Because the shift is like 65.
I'm like the youngest Gen Xer.
See, and
so,
I feel much more Gen X than baby boomer. I mean, I can't even imagine what my parents, but I'm like the youngest Gen Xer or oldest Gen Xer.
I feel much more Gen X than millennial.
No,
so
absolutely, yeah. And I certainly don't. So I blame the millennials.
Yeah, that's who it is.
It's the next generation.
That's
not
who it
you.
It's
not
my
you.
wife.
It's them.
Ugh.
Like look
those
with purple hair and stuff.
How old is your wife? Is she older than you? Or?
She's 40.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's like 5 years younger than me. Yeah, You think I'd marry someone older than me? Gross.
I don't know.
Gross. Old balls and loose skin.
Ugh.
Gross.
Sagging.
Make up for it with a tight wallet.
Well, you know what? If she were rich, I would have married her
Stacked
old, but
full wallet.
There you
it
go.
didn't work
My
out
sack
that way.
might be loose, but the leather of my wallet's stretched tight. You know what I mean?
Didn't work out that way for me, unfortunately. All right, friends. What a show we've got for you. We both watched a little bit of the Dallas Cowboys documentary. Did you watch any of it, Vic, last night?
I fell asleep. Yeah, I went to bed.
Dude,
like at
it's on
7.
Netflix. You can watch it whenever you want.
I'll probably watch it when I get home.
I'm gonna watch the rest of it
I had
today.
oh my God. I had no idea it was that many episodes.
There's a lot in there. For
I can't.
sure.
It's gonna take me a week minimum.
Oh, dude, I had to force. It was like I had to force myself to turn it off, or I would have been from
You
the
would've still
moment
been
that
watching
came
it
on.
right now.
As an old Cowboy fan and remembering all of that yet again, boy, just there's chills, man.
Yeah.
And it was and to think when all that was happening back in the late 80s, I was in college, that I would go on to, have dinner with this cat.
Right.
It was a very interesting watch for me.
The first episode is essentially all about Jerry buying the Cowboys and
Firing.
The Saturday Night Massacre.
firing Tom Landry. And so when that happened, I was 8 years old. It's to me, Tom Landry was just a coach who dressed funny.
No.
My dad was very upset. My dad loved Tom Landry.
My grandparents checked out. Never watched another Cowboy game.
Really?
Never watched another one.
But in hindsight, can't we look back and go,
Oh, he had to go.
they had 3 losing seasons in a row?
See, I was in college. I recognized this is over. I mean, we knew that this team was terrible. And worse than anything else, they were boring. You know, they were 3-12 or whatever they were when he finally got fired, and they were boring and awful. And when the true football fans knew the end was here, it was just how was it going to happen?
Well, when Michael Irvin, who they go through the years, the Cowboys draft Michael Irvin, then Aikman, and then Emmett, and each year they give some time to what their rookie season was like, and they interview him. And Michael Irvin says, our first game. And remember, Michael Irvin played on a just dominant college football team, and they were used to just styling on people and just kicking like hurting people's feelings. What they put was the score on that Notre Dame game, 56-7.
And kept scoring, and Jimmy got beat up because he ended Lou Holtz's career.
That's low class. It's like
touchdown.
But Michael Irvin was like, I'm ready for our big game. In the locker room, the first big game. I'm ready for a speech like Jimmy Johnson would give the speech. And I say, oh, here it comes. Here's Tom Landry, legendary coach. He didn't give no big speech.
No,
all he said was, let's go out there and try to keep it close.
Try to keep it close.
I said, what?
That kind of summed up the era. There's a great story about Michael Irvin and what I don't know if Jerry's going to relay this or not about trying to trade Irvin and being told no, don't.
I don't know.
Well, I hope this was relayed in a different special. It wasn't told to me directly from Jerry or anybody around him, but it was a story relayed about him when they were trying to get the team better. And the second year that Irvin had been there, they were trying to help Troy. They wanted to get offensive line help. They wanted to do a lot of things. And Jerry reached out to the one and only guy in the NFL that kind of reached out and been nice to him, and that was Al Davis. And he said, I'll trade you Michael Irvin. Al said, you can't trade him. Of all the guys on your team, he's the most important guy you've got. If you're going to build a team, you build it around Irvin. Don't trade him. Wow. And Jerry believed it. And to this day, Michael Irvin, that scene of him putting his head on Jerry's shoulder, said, hello, Daddy, or something like that. Remember that?
Yeah.
To this day, that's still in play. To this day.
Oh, they're still tight.
It's still father-son. Think about all the stuff Mike's gone through over the last couple of years. Who is still doing the hype video?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, now he's been exonerated of some things, but for the most part, Michael has had a rather checkered life.
Yeah.
You know, he's lived on the edge and has still been Jerry's guy all the way through.
Well, when they do the opening scene and it's like the intro, it shows Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders, and Jerry Jones.
Yep.
So you could tell who the
Irvin is the baby. He is the ultimate cowboy in Jerry's eyes.
I wonder when this thing, like what era it covers up to.
I think from what I had read, it's just the Super Bowl years through Barry. Did you notice at the intro when they showed Barry Switzer?
Then
was flipping everybody. It's only about a four year. Well, the decades of the 90s, I guess,
It's
is how they're going to
10
run.
episodes in.
I don't know how far they're going to dig, but I don't think it goes past the glory years.
I also I did notice that when in that first episode when Jimmy Johnson's coaching in the national championship against Oklahoma, it showed Barry Switzer getting his ass kicked in the national championship game.
The seventh episode is Cocaine Cowboys, and it's about Urban's woes. And the last episode is Jerry's world, and it's summed up as nearly 3 decades after the Cowboys' last Super Bowl, Jerry extends an olive branch to Johnson and looks back on his legacy.
So it's 8 episodes?
8 episodes. And
yeah, I thought this was going to be like 4 episodes, and I was like ready to dive in and commit, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is long, and they're all like 45 minutes long.
Oh yeah, they're in depth. Now, my concern with this for the status of the Cowboys is, what are we going? When this is all said and done, are we going to forgive Jerry's sins, or are we going to blame him for where we are? Because my fear was, as Micah sits out and the season begins, and this Netflix thing is going to be #1 on Netflix for the next week for sure. How is Jerry's reaction to this, or the reaction to Jerry in this in the glory days? How is that going to affect what he does now?
Yeah, I'm curious to see it as well. Although, the more I the more I read and the more I hear about this Micah Parsons situation, and we'll get to some sound on that later, this is it's different.
Is it?
Well, I mean,
I feel
I don't
like
know.
I've been here. I've been here before too. Now the only thing different is the verbal trade me. But everything else, man, I've been hurt. I've seen hurt feelings. I've seen people leave the country. You know what I mean? I've seen running backs go run sprints on the beach. So I've seen a lot of things over the years with Dallas. And at the end of the day, Jerry's always been able to heal that wound with a whole bunch of green.
Well,
so
we'll see how it works out this time. All right, we got plenty more to talk about. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like they just picked up that road work at 35 southbound Randolph Boulevard on down to 410. I-10 eastbound the off-ramp to UTSA Boulevard, that's still blocked with road work. Downtown, 35 upper level, northbound Laredo to Alamo. We've got only the 2 left lanes open. And 35 northbound the on-ramp from Cesar Chavez, entrance ramp closed with construction. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Gomez Law Firm has been fighting for the rights of San Antonians for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. What is something you see often as a personal injury attorney and protecting your clients?
The one thing we always see without fault in a case is that the insurance company will always reach out to them soon after the collision and they try to get them to agree to a low settlement. They try to get them to agree to signing a piece of paper. They want them essentially to sign their rights away without ever even consulting with an attorney. Right? In the grand scheme of things, if you sign a piece of paper, you're signing your future interest away. So that's why it's so important to call the Gomez Law Firm, because we make sure we protect your rights, and you're not signing your life away, you're not signing your rights away.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then call the Gomez Law Firm first. 210-736-4040 or visit joegomezlaw.com. Protect your family and protect your rights.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure, dewy skin. Terrific.
Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare.
Wow. With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
San Antonio, stand up! Desi Martinez Promotions is bringing the San Antonio Summer Showdown. Saturday, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. 10 action-packed fights, stacked with rising stars and hometown favorites. Headlined by Justin Figueroa versus Jared Tennant for the junior NABF Super Welterweight title. Doors at 5, first bell at 5:35. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today. Visit dmpboxing.com. dmpboxing.com.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Dun 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 dun. Oh, what a generation of music.
Yeah.
Gonna take a show. Down, 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 down.
This is in the age where you still had to look
let
good.
You go.
You still had to make a good-looking video.
I'll never let you go. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you still had to have a...
Do music videos even happen anymore?
I think they do.
I guess maybe on YouTube or something.
I think there's still a thing, but not like you had to have if you didn't have a video, you didn't have a single.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So the bands had to look good.
Yeah, it was hard to be an ugly superstar.
That's why Alice Cooper disappeared.
That's true, but like, I mean...
That failed.
Just gone.
Yeah. Mick Jagger made it.
Well, he made it, but...
it's tough, though. It's a tough road to hoe.
Keith Richards, too. He looks dead.
Well,
Is
but
he
like
still alive?
Keith Richards when they were young wasn't horrendous. Like Mick Jagger looked like an ape. Like he looked like a primate.
But that dude, there's something about him. He scored. I mean, it worked.
Steven Tyler's another one.
Well, he looks like my aunt. Right now.
Steven Tyler's was pretty much always an unattractive man. But he got late, and look at his daughter is like a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen her lately?
No.
I haven't either.
No, I don't think she's famous anymore. But oh man, what a hot chick she was.
Armageddon, is that the name?
That's the last time I think I saw her.
Remember in Armageddon and in Empire Records, her love interest was
tried to watch
named
Empire
AJ
Records the other day.
I was convinced
it popped up and
it's meant to be.
The movie didn't hold up.
No.
Yeah, I remember it being better.
That's too bad. That's too bad. She was that skirt.
Yeah, that's the picture in the sweater.
It's Rick Manning Day.
In the short sweater. Yeah, she held on. She looks all right.
She looks all right. She don't. I mean,
He's only 48.
She looks pretty good.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. She's a beautiful older woman. Beautiful older woman.
That's a relative term.
That's the way to say
That's a relative term.
Beautiful older woman.
Older is a relative term.
A safe way of saying it.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
No, she's held on well. She's prettier than almost as pretty as her dad.
Look at the resemblance.
That he has grown into your aunt who don't need no man.
Exactly.
Oh,
strong woman that don't need no man.
Oh man. All right. We let's see. Where do we want to go to start the day? Oh, you know what I want to start the day at? This is crazy to me. Anthony, remember yesterday on the show, we talked about Daniel Jones winning the QB1 job. Well, instantly, Anthony Richardson's future is in flux following Tuesday's decision to name Daniel Jones the starting quarterback. Richardson's agent reacted with disappointment in the move and said he's unsure of his client's future with the club.
Well, I think the Colts are selling the same thing. I think we're unsure about his future too, brother.
I think these agents may believe that like there's a transfer portal or this is an NIL thing. Like, dude, your client's a backup quarterback, it appears.
Yes, but sometimes as an agent, as a confidant, as a person who is looking out for your best interest, sometimes I say things to other people that I don't really mean. I just want you to hear it. I want you to know I am your confidant, I am your friend, and I'm always going to look out for your best interest. And right now, you just got kicked in the nuts. You got beat out by Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
So my client is pretty low. Pretty low. I'll bet Anthony Richardson, first-round draft pick, just lost his gig to Danny Dimes. He's going to have to go back and see his wife. He's going to have to see his friends, his brothers, his mom. Danny Dimes beat you out, did he?
Yeah.
You know, so I think as his client, as his representative, I'm going to say, hey, man, this guy is too good for this. And I'm going to say that knowing full well that doesn't mean anything to anybody other than the guy that I'm representing. Because what he said is silly. What are you talking about? You know, the very fact that you say that, the fact is they're unsure about your future.
Just for perspective, last year, Anthony Richardson had a 47% completion rate, 8 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. This guy,
yes.
this is not Joe Montana getting benched.
So we all know that. The rest of the league knows that. Scouts know that. NFL pundits know that. Why do you think he said that? He said that so his client knows, hey, man, I'm still fighting for you, brother, even though this ship is sinking. I'm still fighting for you. You're too good for this. We're going to find you a place that you will be respected.
Here's the quote from his agent. Trust is a big factor, and that is, at best, questionable right now.
Well,
Anthony came back and made the improvements in the areas he needed to improve, and by all accounts, he had a great camp. Richardson said, Steichen made a decision. That's a decision we've got to live with, but no hard feelings, nothing personal. I've just got to keep growing. I just can't let me not being a starter stop me from going and being the person, the player that I'm supposed to be. That seems like the right thing to say. Saying we've got to explore our options after this because the trust is broken.
Well, we don't know what he was promised, and who knows. But I do know that that's a silly statement on his representative's part. Like, oh, we're too good for this situation. We've been led astray. We've all watched your client. We all know what he can do, and it ain't enough. Was there anybody else out there thought he was going to get the gig? I don't think so. Maybe you and his mama, but anybody who watched him play.
I mean, I thought it was a coin flip because because of what I know about Daniel Jones. These were two complete reclamation projects.
That's what I'm saying. And so he just lost to that guy. And so you got to be awfully kind to your client because this guy's career could be spiraling to where next place will be where's the San Antonio Brahmas. I mean, that's kind of where he's headed right now.
It's headed that direction.
So, you make the best out of a situation and carry on, but that was a dumb thing in when you look at what really is going on. He's just not ready to be an NFL quarterback and needs more time. That's just that there's no more. That's the kindest way to put it.
Yeah. It's almost like we're just watching that Cowboys thing last night when Troy Aikman got hurt.
See, I didn't watch the second episode. But I am aware of what went down,
when Troy Aikman gets hurt and Berline took over for him, and then Troy was ready to come back, and they were like, "Well, we're winning football games,
why
Bubba.
would we put you in?
I think we're gonna keep rolling with this." But and on the surface, it's like, Troy was the number 1 draft pick, but also Troy was at that point in his career 14-24 as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
So if they had decided to go the other way, like. How could you have been mad at it? It is what it is. Now, obviously, they ended up and kind of Berline showed himself in that playoff game, and things went back to the way we were supposed to be.
And my memory is such that it never felt like Aikman was doomed. It just kind of felt like that poor guy's just been beaten and battered, and we've made it this far. Let's not stop.
Well, they went to Jimmy Johnson, and Berline's interviewed in this episode, and Jimmy Johnson, and Berline says, Jimmy came to me and said, "You're our guy now." And Steve Berline was like, "Well, all right." And he was playing well, and Jimmy was like, I wasn't worried about hurting Troy's feelings or anybody else's feelings. I just had to win football games.
See, back then, they were indentured servants. Troy couldn't go anywhere if he wanted to.
What were you going to do?
He was stuck, so
also,
Jerry could treat him like that.
Troy said, I talked to my agent, and I said, we might have to figure out how to get out of here.
And it wouldn't have been easy.
I mean, it's wild. But Anthony Richardson, who's like a 40% passer, is like, yeah, I'm a starter in this league. Like, bro, I don't know. Maybe
his age,
maybe
we
complete
all
more than
know.
you don't.
Who in their right mind, other than people that are very close into Richardson's orbit, go, yes, you deserve to be a starting quarterback?
No, well,
no one.
His agent and his girlfriend or his wife. I don't know.
I mean, as long as he's happy.
All right, we'll be right back. It's Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like they just picked up that road work at 35 southbound Randolph Boulevard on down to 410. I-10 eastbound the off-ramp to UTSA Boulevard, that's still blocked with road work. Downtown, 35 upper level, northbound Laredo to Alamo. We've got only the 2 left lanes open. And 35 northbound the on-ramp from Cesar Chavez, entrance ramp closed with construction. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You a bugaboo, Rob. Morning Huddle 94.1. The discussion on the Brigade Bar is whether or not Anthony Richardson has some legs as a backup in the league. I think he does just because he's such an athlete, but he also, you got to remember, Anthony Richardson had very little experience of actually quarterbacking in college. He did a lot of running and a lot of throwing interceptions in college.
So when and how do you think he's ever going to get the reps to get to where all of that talent says he should go? This was the only place he's going to get it. Where if he lands someplace else, he'll land as the 3rd or 4th quarterback, and the reps will be even fewer. There's just not a lot of time to commit to a quarterback to getting to that level. Or you stay where you are and you hope for the best. I mean, we've seen this happen so many times, and it's been worse for him than anybody else because he came in lacking so much and then spent most of the time hurt.
You're right. I mean, the tools are the tools, though, and the guy was a top 5 pick in the draft. And I've seen top 5 picks in the draft who were worse than him last longer than he's lasted.
Worse. You threw them. He's completing under 40%.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
He's so far away from being ready. He's never going to get the attention that he has gotten over the last couple of years. From here on out, it'll be totally up to him. They're not going to dedicate any extra time to a free agent failed quarterback. They're going to work with their own guys So all the help that he was going to get, he's gotten the maximum amount of help from coaches and all the things that he's ever going to get in his career. If he's ever going to be a success, this is now on him. He's going to have to go find a place and improve and hold on for dear life and hope for reps, because he's had fewer reps. I mean, think about the difference in experience level from him and just say Bo Nix or Dylan Gabriel. I mean, those guys came out of college with 3 times the experience. I mean, he's so lacking in snaps and all those little things that turn really good into NFL.
To me, and this is why him being named the backup isn't the worst thing in the world. I think his best chances to succeed are going to be very much like Marcel Reed last year, when you've got the element of surprise, when there's an injury and you say, okay,
don't leave the Colts.
Stay
what I'm
where
saying. You are.
Well, and also you're behind like maybe the most injury-prone quarterback in the league.
And I don't see a whole lot changing next year. So when you're trying to reevaluate where you need to be, no one will give you any more attention than where you are right now. If you land someplace else, you are now a free agent 3rd string, 4th string. So you think you're going to get the reps and all the quality time there that you're getting here? Because now, like you just said, you're backing up Danny Dimes. You could play next week.
Yeah.
You better keep your head in the game and be ready. And that's ideally what happens for him, that he comes in and does some good stuff, just enough to keep himself on the court, you know?
I would argue that Zach Wilson has been worse than Anthony Richardson, still got a job. I would argue that Trey Lance has been worse than Anthony Richardson, still got a job.
Still hanging on.
Well, I'm just saying. Like,
I would say that neither one of these. Well, Zach might make it.
Neither one of them will ever be a starter again.
I'm just talking about in the league in the next 3 years. Yeah. I'm not sure. One of those two will not be in the league in 3 years.
3 years, I'm almost certain. I think they'll both be gone.
That's what I'm talking about.
The next Zach Wilson and Trey Lance will take their job, and they'll be terrible.
They're still coming. You're never going to get the attention you got when you were a rookie in a second year. Never again.
This is the one spot for Anthony Richardson where I do think there's reps that are likely to come for him, and maybe he can take advantage. I don't know. I don't think he's that good. Is the problem for him.
I don't, and there's such a limited amount of sample size to even know that. And I will argue that Zach Wilson at least had a lot of time at starting quarterback. I mean, he's had a lot of reps, and Fields as well. They started for several years. Anthony Richardson, 1 year, and he didn't finish the year.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a kid basically going from high school to the pros. I mean, that's really what he did. So the expectation that we're going to take that leap if you go anywhere else, it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I'd stick with what I got until they make you leave.
Well, and maybe some fool will come and offer you some guaranteed money. I doubt it. You know,
I doubt it too. All right, we'll be right back. Wrap up hour number 1. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry, this isn't a conquered the course. We'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024 James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Let me ask you a question. Is your roof ready for anything? Well, Stevens Roofing, a locally owned company, has been serving our community for decades. Whether it's a commercial project or residential, or repairing your old roof, or maybe installing a new one, they've got you covered. And now Stevens offers solar. Stevens Solar Solutions can save you money and energy. Stevens Roofing, quality craftsmanship, solar solutions, and local expertise under one roof. Call 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm gonna have to find a new genius, or 2 half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1. So the other end of that spectrum where guys just don't get given up on, Aaron Glenn, who is the Jets head coach, is adamantly defending Justin Fields.
Well, you played the cards you've been dealt.
Mostly, I mean, he is, I would say, rightfully criticized as a passer. Justin Fields has not been a good passer in the NFL so far. Does have other skills that make him worth keeping around, I guess.
No.
Well, I mean,
placeholder. He's a placeholder. Let's be real.
Yeah, but he signed a 2-year, $40 million contract. That's I think more than a placeholder contract.
2 years,
$40 million though.
He's a placeholder. I mean, does anybody expect that Fields is going to take them anywhere but to the next quarterback?
I think they're hoping there's still some lottery ticket to him. I think they're hoping there's still some unearthed potential. I'm not saying there is, but Aaron Glenn says, I mean, you have so many people that want to talk about a small amount of plays these guys get to go out there and play, and then everything is falling down because they throw 6 passes. Then, I mean, he's Johnny Unitas when we throw 4 passes in the first game, so it bothers me. And I laugh at it quite a bit, but I think the thing is you understand it because that's the noise that happens on the outside. But he is very confident in what the Jets' passing attack will look like this year once the regular season gets underway.
How confident are you?
Not all that. Not all that confident. I don't much believe him. But he says, who says it's a passing league? Reporter suggested, he said, the NFL's a passing league. And he said, who says it's a passing league? Team that won the Super Bowl, what were they in passing? 29th? And, I mean, in a way, he's right.
I'm not going to agree that it's a passing league, but you better have the threat of a pass. That team you're talking about that didn't pass, they certainly could have. I mean, they had the wideouts and a quarterback that could deliver when they needed it. So, balanced offense, yes.
Well, they also had a Saquon Barkley and the best offensive line in football.
I think if you look at Fields, if let's say he did turn out to be better and he grew into the job, what do you figure? Geno Smith, Garner Minshew? I mean, right in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not mad at him, but I'm not saying that they're going to have to do a whole lot to be successful with him. And if they're not going to do a whole lot to help him along, they better go get somebody who can do it better on their own. And it's going to be one or the other. So I get what Aaron Glenn's saying. He's my guy. But if they're going to be long-term success, you're either going to have to build around him and get him a Saquon and get him a safety net and get him all those little things that make your offense at least a threat to do one or the other. And then we'll talk. But if you're not going to do that, you better go find yourself a dart thrower. You know, a guy that'll just do it on his own.
Colby says Aaron Glenn chose Fields over Aaron Rodgers. They'll both be gone in 2 years. Aaron Rodgers sucks.
Yeah, that wasn't a choice. That wasn't a choice.
Not only did Aaron Rodgers suck, he was also like a cancer.
Yes.
His teammates didn't want to play with him. He's a loser. Aaron Rodgers is washed.
I don't begrudge Fields. I don't begrudge Aaron Glenn. I mean, I said the same thing, and I think Fields, given the opportunity, will improve. But to tell me that you think your long-term safety and security is going to hang around his shoulders, no, it's just not there.
No, I don't think so either. But I get it. I mean, you gotta keep taking your swings.
And I will admit, we're watching some Jets highlights just a second ago. He's got mobility. You can do some fun things with him. I mean, it will be a fun offense if used correctly, but if you think he's going to stand 5-step drop and deliver you darts, no, that's not going to be how you win football games.
Well, ironically, so far in his career, Fields is a 61% passer, which is strong.
Yeah.
The problem is his average yards per completion is 7. So he can dink and dunk with the best of them if that's the way your offense is built. The problem is if you want to win like that, you need to be really great at a lot of other things, and the Jets, at least so far, have proven not. I mean, Jets offensive. It's so funny thinking back to 2 years ago when the Jets thought they were an Aaron Rodgers away from the Super Bowl. Like that's laughable at this point.
In hindsight, it is. And even when it was going down, it was kind of out of the side of your mouth, like, oh, okay. But there was reason to be at least moderately optimistic. They had Breece Hall coming back. They had drafted appropriately. They had wide receivers that looked like they were headed toward the future. They did have an offensive line at that point until injuries hit them. And no, the Jets are going to jet, and they did that.
Rodgers played better than Stroud last year, even though you don't like him. I don't know that that's true. Aaron Rodgers' QBR last year he was 25th in the league in QBR. The guys he was ahead of, Daniel Jones Anthony Richardson, Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, Gardner Minshew, and Will Levis. That's it.
Who said that?
Colby.
Colby, come on, man. The team that he did it for let him go and waved goodbye. I mean, what are you talking about? Better than Stroud?
They didn't want him.
Goodbye and good riddance.
And at least Stroud, there's still potential. Aaron Rodgers, he's not getting better. Stop it with Aaron Rodgers.
Stop it with Stroud.
All right. We got plenty more football to discuss. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back but just don't have the time? Centergenics and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you, delivered straight to your door. Affordable treatment options available. Learn more at fixmylowt.com.
Hey, Twin Peaks fans, Bourbon and Brews is going to be back, but while it's away, sample some of Mexico's finest tequilas every Friday at Twin Peaks Tequila and Cerveza Costume Party. Mix things up with handcrafted margs or keep it simple with perfect shot and 29-degree imports all around. That's Twin Peaks.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry.
Terry, Terry.
Keep awkwardly
Terry,
chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it.
Woo!
Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Hello.
I didn't make it into medical school, Dad. I didn't have an A in all my subjects, so I can't get in.
What do you mean, all these years I supported you, all the money I poured into your education, you don't get all A's? What was your bad subject? Chemistry, physiology, what?
No, Dad, spelling.
Spelling?
Yeah.
What, was it some funny microorganisms you couldn't spell or what?
No, Kinetico.
Kinetico?
Yeah.
You mean the water conditioner that uses no electricity? Are you kidding? Everybody knows how to spell Kinetico.
Not me.
Everybody knows Kinetico is the water conditioning company that revolutionized the water industry.
Sorry, Dad.
Everybody knows that Kinetico is spelled Kinetico.
I thought the instructor said Connecticut.
Oh, son, you should have remembered kinetic as in kinetic energy with an O on the end. Kinetico.
Right now, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit.
ConeticoSA.com.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We have cleared a trouble spot, I-10 westbound at Loop 410. That stall is cleared. Still have the stall at 410 eastbound San Pedro, now off to the shoulder, so that should be clearing soon. And I-10 westbound as you approach W.W. White. Accident right lane. 7-8 minute delay has you stop and go from Ackerman. School back in session, so drivers, please stay alert in and around those school zones. Also, make sure that you stop for those flashing red lights on those school buses. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In college football news, Texas quarterback Arch Manning is distancing himself from the comments of his grandfather, Archie, who recently made a prediction to his grandson's future that he would stay at the University of Texas. Arch commented, "I don't know where he got that from. He texted me and apologized to me about that. I'm really just taking it day by day right now." I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy Hump Day. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I woke up fully thinking it was Thursday.
Why?
That sucks. When you wake up and halfway through I'm going to work. I'm almost there, and then I hear, it's Wednesday morning.
Oh, damn it. Oh, no. Damn it.
Almost. And it was really more about the proximity of football, like real football. Like I know it's only college, and it's schools that I don't quite care about.
Oh, you care.
But it's real football, and that's all that matters to me.
You care. Kansas State and Iowa State.
Avery Johnson. I get to say that and not talk about a former Spur.
Oh, 11 o'clock. That's the time.
And they're in Ireland?
Ireland.
Dublin?
Aer Lingus. Aer Lingus Arena.
That sounds dirty to me.
It's the Aer Lingus College Football Classic. Aviva Stadium in Ireland.
Aer Lingus. You ever done Aer Lingus?
Yeah.
That's dirty.
It's like when you it's like air guitar, but with your tongue.
That's you ever done Aer Lingus? The Irish, that's a happy group.
Then you do this.
I'm just saying. Aer Lingus. I hope that means something in
I think it's an airline.
In some kind of Gaelic. It is an airline.
So.
But I've always thought Aer Lingus is a pretty risque name. I mean, it's an adults-only airline.
It is. I still say I would pay extra money to fly out with no kids ever. Like I'm one of those people who believes airlines shouldn't allow kids under a certain age. Like I think like 10.
Lingus in Gaelic is not a word. Aer Lingus is the Irish airline.
But there's no.
It's just a name. It means fleet. Actually, Longius means fleet.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense, I guess.
But Aer Lingus sounds like a move that you learned from a friend.
That's
Like,
right.
You know what? You ever done Aer Lingus? Let me show you. Let me tell you about it.
My very first pornographic experience was the fine art of another kind of lingus.
Yeah, well, you finished with a swirl, not the pinch.
Yeah.
Not the Hebrew hammer.
Yeah.
The Hebrew hammer. I have a move. It's called the Aer Lingus. It's been passed down the ages.
Yeah.
Tony said, AJ, you probably got sent to the office frequently, huh? Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, kind of.
Based on the story so far,
Yeah,
probably.
I was what educators would have called a handful.
I was a good kid.
I like to think maybe I was autistic in some way, and I just didn't realize it.
That's a bad excuse.
You were undiagnosed.
Yeah, I had ADHD or one of those. I had some sort of
some
issue that didn't exist when I was a kid, but I had it real bad.
Yeah, like peanut allergies.
Yeah.
It didn't exist when we were little.
They did. That's why kids just didn't show up. We didn't know why. They didn't move away.
What happened to Timmy?
House.
What happened to Timmy? Yeah, I don't know. He ate a sandwich. He went over to Bobby's house. Mom gave him a sandwich. He died.
No, they didn't move. The family's still there, but he's not in our class.
Yeah, he's gone.
It's sad but true.
Last I saw, he was eating an Uncrustable.
No, worse than that. They used to give us like free peanuts. Like we had like government cheese, and they would give all that stuff out. Government peanut butter.
Don't
touch that, Tommy.
Like every trip we took with football or track or whatever, like they give you a little lunch bag. It always had those peanut butter crackers in it.
Of course.
Yeah. That's how you got your protein.
I went to school. They gave us government cheese and peanut butter. Like at the end of the day, they'd give you like blocks of Velveeta and jars of unmarked peanut butter.
I mean, it's just like the MREs. You either got weird cheese. I don't even know. I can't call it cheese. You got cheese that never gets old in a vacuum sealed pack that you could put onto your ridiculously dry cracker, or
you got that squeezed cheese.
You got peanut butter that you can put onto your ridiculously dry cracker.
Now they gave out that peanut butter at the beginning of every school year when the class sizes were too big.
To get rid of
enough desks.
I remember that.
Clear some space.
There's 3 or 4 kids standing in the back. They just handed out peanut butter and said, "It'll take care of itself. Tomorrow we'll have plenty of desks." The attrition rate's about 3 a year, so we're going to lose 3 to the peanuts.
Or if you didn't have money for lunch, they give you peanut butter.
Yeah, here you go.
And jelly. Yeah,
this,
because they cannot not feed you.
We'll weed them out.
My son had his first day of school yesterday, and he came home, and we're like, "Well, how was your day? How was school?"
Yeah.
First thing, well, the food is awesome.
Oh, awesome. All right.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's like, this was like, it's like the
That's
best.
Huge.
He's like, it's the best school food I've ever had.
You know how much that matters?
And now he found out that he'll be able to eat breakfast and lunch there.
Yes, sir.
So he's like, "Mom, can you put some more money in my account?" And like, she's having now you can say like, okay, well, I'll
limit his purchase to $5 or $8.
Well, it's not dollars, but you can limit, like the garbage that he's allowed to order. So it's like you're allowed to get like one bag of chips or something per day instead of like
2 or 3
spending $6 on like 9 bags of chips, or all I ate for lunch today was Skittles.
Yeah,
but he was like, "Whoa, this was."
But did they have like a Chick-fil-A in there?
I don't know, but he was impressed.
Well, if I could go back and have a lunch lady cinnamon roll once a week, I'd do it.
Really?
Oh,
no,
our
I want
lunch lady
the
cinnamon rolls were
old school pizza.
Well,
remember
even the square pizza? Yeah,
yes, the squares.
If you opened up a restaurant that sold lunch lady pizza and lunch lady cinnamon rolls, I might go by.
Oh,
dude,
I will go by.
That lunch lady pizza is like
ours was good.
Ours was good too.
That homemade crust that was about an inch thick, and it baked any longer.
And the little
would have been.
There were small cubes of pepperoni.
Yeah, it wasn't
right?
the good pepperoni. It was the processed blocks of pepperoni. But they were good.
You said homemade dough?
Yeah, they made the dough in-house.
Yeah.
Y'all went to a different kind of school than I did. Y'all must have been rich.
That's why I lost a kidney.
I had frozen square pizza.
Our lunch ladies made cinnamon rolls from scratch.
Oh, my God.
They were fantastic, and
We
they were
had
about
two-
the size of a bowling ball.
Yeah, at St. Gerard, we had 2 lunch ladies. They were abuelitas. They were old Mexicans.
Oh, yeah,
and
those were ours.
that's all they did. I mean, they were there like 5, 6 in the
Dude,
morning.
I would
didn't
eat those
have
cinnamon
anything like
rolls
that.
and throw them up in practice
No.
every morning, man. Like, it was worth it. I was bulimic.
We had ladies
that
with
and a Frito pie.
we had ladies with hairy knuckles and like full face moles
Large
and
Marge.
like yeah.
So, I mean, I can't attest to
I
the
don't
beauty,
eat that
but
pizza, Bubba.
ours was good. I mean, we didn't have a lot coming out of that cafeteria, but what they did put out, the burritos weren't bad either. But that was about it.
You're right.
I only went to the snack bar like when I was in high school. If I ate, I had an open campus, so we got to.
We didn't.
We could just leave and
we
go
did
do
too.
whatever we want.
We all went to the churches across the street too.
But if I was eating at school, there was a little snack bar, and you could get a basically a frozen burrito, and they would pour nacho cheese on top of it, and that's what I would eat. I would eat
Little
like
hood rat snack.
Yeah, that's all I would eat.
That's a hood rat snack right there.
That is.
Did they
Yes,
throw
it
some hot
is.
Cheetos on top
But
of it?
normally I'd be at Dairy
Cheetos,
Queen
yeah.
or Subway.
no.
Back then, you could get a 12-inch a foot long for it was before $5 foot long was a thing. It was like a like $3.99 or something for a foot long sub. Or
Subway wasn't around.
St.
man.
Gerard's had open camp. I guess.
Yeah,
y'all private
we
school.
did. Well, there was only one place to really go,
Well,
and
we
it was
could-
right across the street, catty corner to the school was a Church's Chicken.
They locked us in.
Yeah.
At South San West campus, RIP, the barbed wire faced in. I'm not going to escape. When the school day started, they locked the gate.
Oh wait,
man.
it was only seniors that could leave.
Oh,
that's right.
We were never on
I remember.
leaving.
Yeah.
We had to sneak off campus like we were escaping prison.
So when I moved back to Texas,
You kidding? It was a full-on effort to get off campus.
when I moved back to Texas, my senior year, I moved in the middle of my senior year, and the school that I came to did not have open campus, and
You were
I
stuck.
was very unaccustomed to that. Now,
weird.
I want you to keep in mind here. At this point, I was 17 years old. I was like, I was the same height I am now. I'm like I feel like I'm a grown ass man. I'm already enlisted into the U.S. Army.
Okay.
And I get a warning for going to lunch off campus, but I'm just thinking like I'm not gonna. The food at this new school was terrible. So then the second time I go to the office and they say, hey, you got a choice here. You can either get in-school suspension or get SWATs.
Oh yeah, that we had that.
Oh,
we
yeah.
always had that option.
And I said,
I'll take the licks.
Now,
man.
listen, I got my ass beat all the time in elementary school and junior high, all the time.
Yeah.
I was always at the principal's office. My elementary school crush, her dad was the vice principal, used to beat my ass, and I would be like, oh, I hope she doesn't. I hope he never goes home and tells her about it. But now I'm thinking like, dude, I'm bigger than you. Like, what are you
You're
going
gonna
to
hit
hit
me?
me with a board? Are you serious? And he's like, well, that's your options. I was like, no, friend, I'm going to do in-school suspension. So I do in-school suspension for a day. Now, mind you, at in-school suspension, you're supposed to be studying and stuff. But my senior year, I was already done with all my class. I had to take
had to take government to get out, right?
I had to take English 12 and a freshman geography
You
class.
didn't have to take. We had to take U.S. government as a senior, and if you didn't pass that, you didn't graduate.
I had already taken it. I took this because I went to school in a different state.
Oh, see, in Texas, it was
so
a
everything
senior
was
year
like
thing.
mixed around.
No, you weren't allowed to
So
take it
I had
early.
to take freshman geography. So it was like, and then my other classes, I was like an office aide, and I was like, I was just basically screwing off the whole time.
Our in-school suspension, you would sit at a desk, and they would put a refrigerator box over you, and you would sit.
What?
Yes.
It was very similar. It's about
a
this.
refrigerator box, and you had the opening on top, and every now and then the teacher would come and look over the top to see if you were doing anything.
These were now like cubicles, but it's like they're about 2 foot by 2 foot, and you stare at the wall. And if you don't have homework to do, you just don't do anything.
And you weren't allowed to sleep either.
You
I
don't have
never
a
got in
phone,
trouble in
you
high
don't
school,
have-
so
yeah.
no.
So then, of course, the next week when I left school to go eat lunch,
Jeez.
I came back. I was like, just hit me with the board.
Yeah.
Our principal,
Necio.
Pat
Necio.
West, God rest the great principal, carried his paddle in his back pocket like a samurai sword.
Yeah.
I mean, he would grab you by the back of the neck and whoop you in the hallway. I'm not kidding.
Do they?
He would light your ass up. So we acted.
This was a different time, guys.
This was
Well, I
70s.
When my little brother is, he's in his 30s,
Okay.
and it's like when he was in school, it was, hey, we're going to call your parents and we're going to get permission to give you swats.
No, you had to do that once, I think. I think they sent home the first day of school. Would you like us to light your ass up, light your kids up if you get in trouble?
Until the end of the
My
school
parents
year?
signed it in blood. Please.
Whoop his ass.
Whoop his ass, and then tell me you did it so I can get him again. I just don't want to hit him in the same place.
I don't think they whoop kids now.
No, they
they don't.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
And
Makes you think, right?
Yeah. Man, I took some licks that bordered on corporal.
Oh, my
criminal.
God.
You go home with like bruises. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It is a different time.
I told you. Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Man, you want licks or suspension? I don't know, man. I'll take the licks, but this ain't going to be fun.
Well, once I was 17 years old, it felt like they weren't going to hurt me that bad.
I'm telling you, he would grab you by the back of the neck and light you up in the hallway. And you'd have to, like, maintain composure.
In high school?
Yes!
Oh. No. Oh, my God. I would have fought somebody if they did that to me.
He was carrying a big stick.
No, he better be.
We had a principal with a red fiberglass.
What?
Yes. Like with holes drilled into it, like it had been manufactured for one purpose.
No, I got my ass beat a lot in elementary school. And also, I mean, I guess that's the time. Like, like I was in elementary school in the 80s when it was.
We were done. I mean, I had the same principal in elementary, and then I got him again in high school. And great man. I cherish memories.
You got to
of
think
a great principal.
You got to think when I got these SWATs my senior year. This was 1998. I think it was
I'm surprised you got him.
It was
then.
already at most places they didn't do it. That's why I was like shocked when he was like, you could get SWATs. I was like, what? Is that real?
Mm-hmm.
But
no, it was real.
It was real, man. It was. I
Respected
can't
the hell out of
imagine
him.
getting whooped in the hallway.
Ooh, boy, you see him come. Everybody act right.
That sounds like that's a story my grandpa would have told.
I know.
Gather around, boys. Let's all
50s.
talk about your 7th grade first group shower.
Damn.
It was like we were in a concentration camp. All right, disrobe. Like, this ain't good. This isn't going to end well, fellas.
Rob's teacher just grabbed his library book and whacked it with it.
Either take it off. Either take your shower or take a beating.
But I guess Vic, you went to school with the nuns. Did they rail on you there? Did they beat you up?
Did they whack you with the ruler?
Yeah, the ruler on the hand, yes, but no swatting or paddles or anything.
Oh
like
no,
that.
they did.
Yeah,
That was it. Just on the hands.
Oh yeah.
Never in the head.
Never in the head.
Huh.
Never. It was always on the hand, and if you talked back, or if you didn't
They
listen,
wash your mouth out with soap.
What did your
no,
mother
you
use?
got double.
What did your mother use to discipline you?
It was a belt.
My mother used a wooden spoon.
Really?
Which was.
That's what
we acted like it was horrible, but it.
My mom used a belt. My grandmother used a water hose.
My dad would.
The water hose.
A piece of
hell.
a piece of the water hose.
That's what grandmothers. You get mad. Your grandma gets mad at you. You're gonna get beat.
Yeah.
It's hard to get your grandma.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it took me like a good
man.
month before I even went back to the house. And when I did back, it was all like, yeah, grandma. Yes,
Oh,
grandma.
I was a
yes, grandma.
I was a belt
Oh,
house.
we took a belt. My dad.
Yeah.
had
My
the belt.
dad had he had that thick leather
Yeah.
belt.
Oh, you know
The
how they make
cowboy.
the sound?
Oh,
How they
yeah.
go
Snap 'em.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he had his last name burnt in on the back of it in leather. Oh, he used that thing. It felt like it was an inch thick.
My kids looked at me when I was thinking, you know what my dad would do right now?
That was an urban
I
cowboy
turned to my
Gillies
wife.
belt.
You know what my dad would do right now? Like, you can't do that to him. You can't do that to him.
Man.
You know what I should do right now? I have never whipped my kid, not once. And boy, I thought about it.
You never whooped your kids,
Not once.
Vic?
Yeah, no, never.
And it wasn't
We better
like
go
I
to
was.
break.
It's not like I'm answering.
Look at it.
Never once, but boy, I looked at him like, take your.
We better go to break, Bubba. What's funny is
I had a teacher wife though. She had professional techniques. I never, not once.
I ain't
I
gonna
wanted
lie.
to.
My younger
wanted
son,
to.
he got his ass whooped, but then it's like it didn't work. So
Oh,
I feel
great.
like My older son is like, how come y'all never whoop his ass? And it's like, well, it didn't really work. And like, I also just kind of figured out there's better ways as a parent. I was like, that's the kind of the bad thing about being the oldest. Like, sucks to be you, bro.
Sucks to be you. But
all
man,
I
looked
did
at
was
him
take
like,
away the PlayStation when they were young. I took away the
no,
PlayStation.
there were things that you could do. Like,
Yeah.
what are they going to take away from an 8-year-old in 1977? What are you going to do?
Right.
Like, force me outside? That's where I want to be.
Now I can just go,
throw me out? Okay.
Now I
Take
can
away
just,
your Atari. Yeah,
There
right.
wasn't no Atari to take away.
I just go, beep, shut off Wi-Fi.
No.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, there was no life punishment like that at that age. What are you going to do to me?
When I was a kid, I used to. This is almost absurd, but if I knew I was about to get my ass whooped, I would dump myself in the testy satchel to try and get tears to well up, so I could turn around after one lick and show my dad I was crying.
My dad didn't care. He was crying. I'm going to beat you till you stop crying. What are you talking about, crying? Crying.
I can just picture you just rocking
If
yourself.
my kid turned around and showed me fake tears.
I know.
You're not crying yet, are
They
you?
had to be real tears. I could if you tried fake crying, you would know. But if you thumped yourself in the nut, you could tell. Like there's real tears running down his eye.
Just take the beating.
No,
Why
just
kick yourself in the nuts?
Rub your finger.
That belt
on
was going to hit me in the sack anyway.
Oh, yeah. Just take the beating.
No, just rub your finger on an onion and put it in your eye on both of them. Then they start watering.
Why? So then your eyes burn and you take a beating. Just take the beating.
Man.
What's that movie? You got to take a beating every now and again. Every now and then you got to take a beating.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it.
I got to tell you guys about my friends over at L&S Pump Repair. And if you are in the oil and gas business, you need to listen up. Or you might be drilling out there in the Eagle Ford Shale, or you're managing a saltwater disposal. Whatever it is, you know that keeping your pumps running is critical, because time is money in the oil field for sure. And San Antonio is right here at the heart of Texas oil and gas industry. We got over 90 oil and gas extraction businesses in our area. Thousands of workers, which means thousands of hours, which means millions of dollars on the line. And the demand for reliable equipment and services is higher than ever. L&S Pump Repair, that's your trusted local partner for all your pump repair needs. They specialize in everything from saltwater disposal pumps to heavy-duty H pumps, 24/7 on-site service. So if something goes down, they're going to be out there as soon as you call them. And you're not going to have to wait on parts. They've got everything in stock, so you're not waiting for days. And if you need a whole new pump package, they'll build the whole thing from scratch to fit your needs. So if you got a knocking pump or low flow, L&S offers flat rate preventative maintenance. You can avoid those surprises. Keep your pumps running at peak performance. L&S Pump Repair, 936-853-3810. That's 936-853-3810. L&S Pump Repair, keeping San Antonio's pump and operation in top shape 24/7. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? San Antonio, stand up! Desi Martinez Promotions is bringing the San Antonio Summer Showdown. Saturday, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. 10 action-packed fights, stacked with rising stars and hometown favorites. Headlined by Justin Figueroa versus Jared Tennant for the Junior NABF Super Welterweight title. Doors at 5, first bell at 5:35. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today. Visit dmpboxing.com. dmpboxing.com.
School's out, summer's in, and that vacation countdown is officially on. But what about your four-legged MVP? Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit in Selma has your furry family member covered. Daycare, boarding, grooming, and training, they've got it all. They're built for your pet's health, happiness, and tail-wagging good times. If you're in the military, your teacher, or your first responder, they've got barking good exclusive discounts. So go ahead, book that trip, hit the beach, crush your summer plans. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pet in good hands. Because home away from home isn't just for humans. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuits in Selma.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, One pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
System of a Down. Service with a smile here on the Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. I want to, in the next segment, we're going to play a little bit of sound from, about, I should say, not from Micah Parsons, but
we don't get anything from.
No, Micah doesn't talk, which, again, I don't know that I blame him.
Nothing, no matter what he says, he can't improve the situation.
I don't think
nothing
so.
he can say or do.
Yeah, so there's a weird situation going on there, and there's a lot of people who think this is different than
I don't know.
Past cases. We'll find out.
Maybe. It doesn't feel that different other than a couple of words. Trade me.
Oh, well, those are important words.
They are. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't feel different other than that. But like I said, I have seen guys go to the beach in Cabo. I mean, I've seen angry in. I've seen angry out. I've seen I'm never playing for you again. And I've seen it all rectified by a big old check.
We were talking about earlier. We were talking about Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, the quarterback competition that got decided yesterday. Well, the New Orleans Saints have yet to name a starter
because they don't have one.
Kellen Moore said they want to use this week to make their decision. We've got 3 days of practice and a game against the Broncos, so we've got some excellent work coming our way. It looks like it's down to Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler. It is not going to be.
It's going to be Shuck, right? Can you imagine rolling Rattler? And it's not so much. It's more about if I played with Rattler last year, and I know this is the guy
Spencer
you're rolling
Rattler's
out.
no good. I know
God,
that. I don't know if Tyler Shuck's good or not. I would. That's the way I would certainly lean. But apparently Jake Haener is out of the mix, and I don't even know if he's going to make the roster. I've also seen Taysom Hill may not make the Saints roster. Like
there's only one guy he could play for. He's going to have to go to Denver.
He might have to beat it. But they say it's really, really close. Numbers, experience, reps, everything. It's going all the way back to the start of training camp. Everything's very close between this group. We'll see how it all plays out. Through 2 preseason games, Rattlers completed 71% for 252 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, been sacked 3 times. Shuck, 71%, 231 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, been sacked 4 times.
You know, that's the other part of this. Do you really want this job? It could get you killed.
It could get you killed, but it could also stunt your growth.
All of that. That's what I'm saying. Do you really even want this job? Do you want the stink on you of being a starting quarterback? Do you again, I go back to an old saying, do you want to be thought a fool or go play and prove it? I mean, do you want to I know what Spencer Rattler is. He's not going to lift you at all. At best, he will tread water with that guy.
But you could argue the same thing for Kellen Moore. Are you sure you wanted this job?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's but he took the job knowing full well I don't have a quarterback yet, and whoever is playing for me now will not be playing for me later, and that later might be next week, it might be next year. But they're not going to be. None of these guys are going to last.
I always say be careful what your first coaching job is. Your first time as a head coach, because that's what you're going to be remembered as typically.
Hopefully.
Very, very few people have overcome a bad, like Pete Carroll's one I can think of, had a bad first run and overcame it.
Turn it down. I mean, I
you
get
can.
it. You can, or you end up being a dude who never gets the job because you're no longer the hot guy. The hot guy's coming around next week, the new guy on the street. And you had your chance, and you didn't take it, or it fell through. And how many coaches do we look at that you go, what? Remember when he was a hot candidate?
Yeah.
And hey, let's look, Jeff Traylor. I mean, he was up for some mighty big gigs. Let's see if he can maintain this. See if those offers continue to come after that hot coach moniker from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And not to say it won't, but Kellen Moore didn't. I mean, you take the job that's offered, and I think that's it sucks. It's kind of like being the number 1 quarterback going to a terrible team. You're going to have to do more than just be a great quarterback.
Well,
and Kellen Moore's going to have to be more than just a great coach. He's going to have to be a witch to turn this thing around.
I mean, Bill Belichick's another example. A guy who was his first 5 years, albeit in Cleveland, he was a loser, and it took him 5 more years to get another head coaching job, and then obviously became the greatest coach of all time. But through 5 years, it looked like he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, who gets the 5 years anymore?
Right.
I mean, I don't blame Kellen Moore for this job, and hopefully his ownership, the Bensons, realized the situation that he was stepping into, that I'm a long way away from winning here. So let's look at incremental growth, and maybe he can make Tyler Shuck acceptable.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's if he can do it, then more power to him.
He did it for Dak. He worked with less.
I don't know if he worked with less.
Well, I'm just talking about Dak when he arrived from Mississippi State hadn't taken a snap under center in 4 years. All those little things that he turned him and had 3 months to do this, and he did it. So there is some paths to it.
I get it, but man, that's Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler is.
There's Ohio State. If those two guys were at Ohio State, they'd be fighting for the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. the absolute least in the NFL.
So we'll see. We'll see if he can make it out of this thing alive. I'm not so sure.
Couldn't happen to a better group of fandom.
Saints?
Saint fan get on my nerve.
Oh, do they?
I guess it's because they've been battered for so long that when things get good, they get a little annoying.
Well, they got a little hyped up when they won one.
But a lot
Trust
of
me, you'll be the same way.
No, absolutely. But last year when they rolled into Cowboys Stadium there and just whooped the Cowboys' ass, I had to sit in that stadium. It was a Saint party. It was pretty awesome to roll into another stadium and just
ain't got a lot to cheer about.
Take
Bubba.
it over, man. And there's a lot of gold and black in that stadium dancing out.
He listen. If you're a Saints fan, you got to cheer when you got a chance to.
I agree, but man,
you should too.
Well, as a Cowboy fan, no, you're absolutely right. What I have to celebrate is what went down last night. That's all I got.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
I think a lot of people are going to be doing that. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, like I said, we'll get into some sound on Micah and see what's next in the Cowboys saga. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
See, Micah Parsons, a professional football player, is not playing, not because of contract. He's saying his back's tight. He can't get himself out there to play. Something's painful, and it's keeping out of his job. He has access to the very best to get himself fixed, and so do you. Did you know Arasti is all around San Antonio? Then they specialize in doing the things that professional athletes get, and that is treatment to get them back in the game as fast as possible. Arasti's done that for me, and they can do that for you. You know, the great thing about Arasti is they go about treating pain in ways you might not have considered because it has nothing to do with pills to hide or dull the pain, surgery to prolong it. Your body can fix itself if given the opportunity, and Arasti has mastered the technique. In fact, to become an Arasti provider, it's an extra certification. To become that, you already are a chiropractor, a general practitioner. Medical professionals seek the Arasti certification because it gives them one more tool to get you out of pain. And when you walk into an Arasti provider, you get a full evaluation. They're going to find out why you're hurting, and they're going to fix the problem. And when they do it that way, it works fast. Under 4 visits on average. So if you're sitting today in pain, call Arasti. Here's the number, 1-800-404-6050. You can make your appointment right now. You do not need a referral to go see them. And they accept most insurances, so what are you waiting on? Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. There's a fix. It's called Arasti. Call them today. They're going to see you soon, and they're going to get you fixed fast. And when they do, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We have cleared a trouble spot, I-10 westbound at Loop 410. That stall is cleared. Still have the stall at 410 eastbound San Pedro, now off to the shoulder, so that should be clearing soon. And I-10 westbound as you approach W.W. White. Accident right lane. 7-8 minute delay has you stop and go from Ackerman. School back in session, so drivers, please stay alert in and around those school zones. Also, make sure that you stop for those flashing red lights on those school buses. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
The right stuff. Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer's yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Does RexMD really work?
Over 85% of guys said not only does it work, they saw results the very first night. And you can get your first month free at freerexmd.com with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit freerexmd.com to get your first month free. That's FREEREXMD.com.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything you need. More than 135 degree and certificate programs, online and hybrid courses, dedicated success coaches, and more from a top military and veteran trusted university for over 75 years. Classes start soon. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Let's go! Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, Vic.
Yeah.
Where the party at?
Right here.
Is it? Did you watch any of the Little League World Series last night?
I just saw the highlights of the kid who struck out like 9 kids in a row.
And they lost.
Oh, what a loser.
That kid,
it's Paul Skeens in the making.
Let me tell you, if you're going to win in the Little League World Series, you need to have a big old lefty.
It
you got a
helps.
big old lefty
yeah.
throwing smoke. You got a pretty good chance.
Yeah. I thought that was Paul Skeens' son.
Well, that little one from, I think he was from South Dakota.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh boy, that kid was throwing. Now he wasn't lefty. No, was he? No, he wasn't.
I don't know, but
Kid throwing heat.
Did he's the one who lost?
Yeah, they ended up they let them in too long, and he gave up a big inning in the. No, wait a minute. Did they end up winning? They were playing the Northwest. He had 9 straight, and then he got an out on that 10th, but it wasn't a strikeout.
My favorite thing was one of the kids from Nevada.
Oh, his favorite
actor, Johnny Sins.
Dude, somebody who works for ESPN at some point has to have meandered down to the dark side of the internet and seen who Johnny Sins is. Somebody in that room had to giggle and go, all right, let's let this go.
Yeah.
What a legend. What a
legend.
legend.
Put like Mia Khalifa or something like that.
I wonder who that is.
Johnny Sins, favorite actor.
Dude's 12.
Dude. Legend.
Here to hit dingers.
I'm here to hit dingers and watch my boy Johnny Sins.
Watch my boy Johnny Sins.
Oh, it's great.
The other kid, like, oh, you just got to meet Juan Soto. And he said, nah, he's got overrated.
Oh, Lordy B. All right. Let's see. Where's do I even have my Micah stuff anymore? Oh no, here it is. They didn't.
We
take
got
it
a
down.
whole bunch of it.
Okay, here's Adam Schefter talking about Micah yesterday.
I just think that, Dallas always has drama. Jerry loves the drama. He likes to create the drama. And there's going to be drama with this now and going forward. For all I know, the two sides decide to sit down at the bargaining table and they hammer out a deal that makes Micah the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Could that happen? Yes. There's zero indication, that that's going to happen, that there's going to be a reverse. And it sounds like at some point in time, whether that's now, after the season, after 2 seasons, it sounds like the two sides are headed towards a divorce at some time.
Well, that's a broad brushstroke. Okay, Adam.
Okay. Well, here's what he had to say next.
I just think it's gotten personal. It's gotten away from everybody. There's not a deal in sight today. Could that change? Yes. I don't think it will. I think my own opinion is that as it currently stands today, unless there's a change, then Micah's time in Dallas is going to be limited. It won't be a full career.
Again, a broad brush. I can read the future. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Jerry has said over and over, he's under contract.
And he is.
I don't know why everybody's saying I got to do something. He's under contract. I don't have to do anything till next year.
Well,
Deadlines
here's the
make
question.
deals.
Like, you're right, but the question is, do you want to keep this guy as a Cowboy for a long time?
Well, he is walking a fine line, and I'll tell you, if Micah just does what Micah has done, nothing more. If he just does what he's done this season, and that's saying with the caveat that he's not signed by week 1, he'll get signed right after the season is done. He'll never reach free agency, or he will have an offer that he will have to turn down. That is the highest paid. And he'd have to find somebody else to do it. But he will get an offer from Jerry if he just does what he's done. Jerry it has gotten personal, and he's not going to sign him now. At least not until he feels like Micah's offered a pound of flesh.
It's funny because right now when you say, oh, well, Jerry's got Micah by the balls for the next 2 years, and he really does. 2 years sounds like a long time. And I'm sure to Micah right now, that seems like a long time. But if you're a Cowboy fan, 2 years will come and go. And then when Micah does leave, you're going to be like, damn it.
Well, I've waved goodbye to DeMarcus. I'm looking at a jersey right here that DeMarcus spent just about as much time as Micah did.
Yeah.
By the time that contract's done. And we waved goodbye knowing, you know what, dude, we're sorry. We wish we'd have done better for you, but good luck to you. Now, Micah would leave a different way, but I do think that Schefter is right where it's personal, but it's personal for Jerry, I think, more than it is Micah. I mean, Micah's in the same position that Dak was in, that Zeke was in, that CD was in. I mean, we can count the dudes that have been mad at Jerry every year. And at the end of the day, the green has overruled the anger and the hatred and the distrust. The green, it just always has. So it just feels very familiar to me.
Here's the last clip from Schefter on this.
I think the most likely scenario would be that he's there this year, his contract expires, they franchise tag him, then they have the ability to go and try and trade him. But there's a lot that has to play out here. It's unsettled. And all we know is that there are, I think, hurt feelings on both sides. There have been zero contract negotiations discussions since late March, early April. Wow. They haven't come close to a new deal. The players demanded a trade. Like I say, it just feels different than Dak Prescott and CD Lamb, and we'll see if they change that here in the last 2 weeks, but that's not what it feels today.
Adam's got that cricket plan. It seems it's not ideal.
Going through a tunnel.
Okay, so here's my question. This has opened up a door, and maybe the leverage would be gone now, but if Micah does start to show some stuff, if he gets out there and plays, which we all assume he's going to play. I don't think there's any doubt he's going to be there ready to go when the time comes. I don't think he's going to miss game checks.
No, I mean, he might stay injured. I mean, he might,
Right.
I got a bad back kind of stuff, but that only lasts so long.
But is there going to be a time where it makes sense for the Cowboys to trade him?
Oh, absolutely. And again,
we talked about it
at the end of last year,
year.
I wouldn't have been upset if they'd have traded him right when the season was done. But you have to get return. And and when you start losing leverage, that return gets less. But Jerry has him for 3 years. He knows it. Micah knows it, and that's why Micah's butt hurt, because he knows no matter what I do, I could be a Cowboy for 3 more years, this year and 2 more. Now, I'll be paid very well being here, but there is no safety net. And that's where Jerry's standing. Look, man, if you're going to be a 10-year vet, we know the likelihood of injury is high. So you better sign a deal that's money guaranteed. So given that, I think Jerry's perfectly fine paying him $26, $35 million, whatever it will be by the time he franchises him again. It won't go that far. He won't franchise him again. He'll play
I don't think so either.
He will lay that tag on him next year, but then a deal will be done or he'll be traded. But I just can't. I think we're to the point now where the Cowboys are like, even he's not going to be available week 1. He's not going to play week 1.
No,
he'll still be hurt. So we're looking at a couple of weeks down the road. Now Micah's going to have to decide, do I want to play and put film up? Am I going to be in a position to prove that when the Cowboys do try to trade me, that they get the value they feel like they deserve?
Do you feel like in 5 years?
No, Mike.
Okay, you think that's ship sailed?
I think, but that's just the modern league. I would like to think Micah would have wanted to, and he has actually intimated that. He did. He said the same thing. I want to be a Cowboy, and I would have taken less to do that. And I think that's part of him being so angry. Like, look, I was willing to take less. But Jerry told him, and I'll keep falling back to the conversation we had while we were at camp, that Jerry asked him, look, if I'm going to pay you appropriately, you got to act appropriately. And I think he did for a moment, but he didn't live up to what Jerry thought he was going to do. And until he feels like he's extracted that from Micah, he ain't going to pay him.
Here's Troy Aikman on the topic.
Then the other side is, if you're Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, how do you try to win or be great without Micah Parsons?
Well, you can't be. That's his leverage. His leverage is they can't win without him. And, I know injuries occur and all of that, and you go out and you play. But the defense, I do think this. I do think the Cowboys are going to be better than what a lot of people project. I saw something where, the pundits think that the over-under is 7.5 wins on the Cowboys. I think they're going to be much better than that. I think they got a chance. I like what Brian Schottenheimer has shown in training camp and going into the year, and they've got some things that I like about the team in general. But without Micah Parsons, I just don't think they're going to be able to slow anybody down. I mean, he's a total game wrecker, and he's proven that, and he's certainly worth every penny that he's ultimately going to get paid. The longer it goes, the more money he's going to make. So I wouldn't stress too much if I was him, but that essentially is the only leverage. Now, what are the Cowboys going to do? You think I know the answer to that? I don't think anybody knows what Jerry's ever going to do.
Well, Troy could not be more right. Everything he said is absolutely true.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that. And a lot of that is, Micah can portray and be angry out front, but he's going to make a lot of money while he's angry.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with him about the outlook for the Cowboys season.
Oh, no, I don't agree with that. But as far as
that might be where I draw the line.
He's seen some things that we haven't, but the stuff about Micah is all true. I mean, he's going to get paid. Somebody going to pay you. It might not be Jerry. You will, at some point, be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. Now, Jerry might not be writing that check, but I think we can all rest pretty comfortably that he will, at the end of the day, get exactly what he deserves.
It's funny when people say, like Troy Aikman says, the pundits say,
like, aren't you one of those?
7.5 wins. No, that's not the pundits. That's a $250 million betting market has decided that's the appropriate.
He's looking through some silver blue glasses.
Yeah.
I'll forgive Troy that.
The pundits,
dude, you are a pundit, by the way.
Yeah, you're a pundit. You're not the one deciding these things.
An ill-informed pundit is what you are. The gamblers, they're following the money.
Yeah, these dudes who are putting hundreds of millions on the line, I'm going to trust them.
But the fact is, he's right. For Jerry to win, if Jerry's going to, the last preseason game, didn't he come on the loudspeaker and say, it's all about when we know and yada, yada?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to say that, and the best defensive player you've ever had, or at least you've had in the last 25 years, is standing on the sidelines with a tight back, and you could bring him back, you're not telling me the whole story.
Yeah, it all just feels very strange, and it feels like it's
stupid, man.
It's almost, and we keep saying, well, there's all this money. This is the first time it feels like it's gone beyond money. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, for Micah it has, but man, you got to remember.
Well, I think for Jerry it has too.
Well, remember when Zeke was running sprints in the sand in Cabo? You want to talk about angry?
But can we agree that with Dak and CD, it was all about finding a dollar amount that everybody could agree to?
Well, I think that there's not a whole lot of sway in the money that we're talking. I don't think Jerry is naive enough to think that he can come in and offer significantly less than TJ. I mean,
no, but
he's
I'm
not
saying
crazy.
But right now, do you think that if Jerry came and said, "Here's the Myles Garrett contract," do you think Micah would sign it right now?
In a second.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would. I think he feels disrespected. I think this is the modern player. It sounds crazy, but I really think that Micah's like, you know what, man, I'm not going to do it.
He would be the first. He wouldn't be
the first, but he'd be one of the first.
He would to turn it down for less or someplace else. But Jerry's banking on you being wrong. Let me tell you, he's figured green makes it better.
All right, we got to get the latest on Project Marvel, Madam Mayor. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Progressive's Teen Driver Discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And, of course, spending money. Oh, yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver Discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
When it comes to keeping your pumps running smooth, L&S Pump Repair has you covered. 24/7 on-site service for saltwater disposal and pump repairs. From Quintaplex to H-Pumps, they've got parts ready and the skills to get you back in the game fast. Need a whole new pump package? L&S builds custom skid packages too. Don't let knocking pumps or slow flow slow you down. Call L&S Pump Repair 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been. Because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure, dewy skin.
Terrific. Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare.
Wow. With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have some road work at 35 northbound. It's causing delays Thousand Oaks to Weidner. 2 right lanes blocked, has you stop and go from Redmond, so about a 40-minute delay. It's also causing delays 35 northbound Eisenhower to 410. Loop 410 northbound 151, that's an accident right lane, and rolling a bit slowly on 35 northbound, South Cross to 90 and 90 eastbound to 11 on over to Loop 410. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In college football news, Texas quarterback Arch Manning is distancing himself from the comments of his grandfather, Archie, who recently made a prediction to his grandson's future that he would stay at the University of Texas. Arch commented, "I don't know where he got that from. He texted me and apologized to me about that. I'm really just taking it day by day right now." I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. 8:02 on the Morning Huddle. How you guys doing out there? How are the people? How are the gente? How are they holding up? Yeah. I bet traffic's a real bitch right now because all these stupid kids being back in school.
Oh, and the long drop-off
Hey,
lines.
it's worth it.
Is it?
Once you get that drop-off line, you can send them on their way, and don't see them again until 5 o'clock or so, and they're exhausted.
Well,
and send them to the room to do homework. Life gets good.
Yeah, my wife texted at 6:30.
How did drop-off go?
Got him dropped off.
There you go.
Our baby boy's at his first football practice. He's very excited. She said
his new cleats.
He wanted me to skip in front of cars in front of us that had stopped and weren't going yet in the parking lot. I was like, dude, just wait a couple minutes. Everybody's in the line. He's ready to get out there. Cleats? Yeah, he's got new cleats.
Nice.
The best thing about starting up, man.
You
got all new stuff.
New gear, new swag to roll out. Yeah.
They call it drip these days.
Yeah, he's got his gloves, right? Does he have gloves?
Yeah, he's got gloves. He's got gloves. He's ready, baby. He is ready to rock.
Does he have an Oakley visor for his helmet?
No.
They don't allow that, right?
No, they don't allow colored visors. You can only have clear visors if you have them.
Ah, okay. My son always wanted the I guess, like the mirrored
it's
ones.
middle school. Yeah, once you get to high school, you can get a little swaggier with it. But Right now, he's waiting to any more gear he's going to buy is going to be dependent on what position they put him at. He did figure out yesterday when he got to school and he went to athletics class, he was like, I don't think I'm going to be an offensive lineman, Dad. And I was like, okay.
All right.
And I didn't think that he was going to be either, but he was like,
that's what he wanted to play.
No, he wanted to play. He was like, I want to play on. I either want to play defense or on the line.
Okay.
And apparently, he said like every kid there says they're a tight end, and my son is built like he'd be a good tight end. He probably would be a good tight end, but he's like everybody there thinks they're a tight end. He's like, so I don't really want to do that. But he's like, the offensive linemen are like your size. And I was like, "Oh,
you're 6'3",
aren't you?"
This
not
is
surprised.
grade school.
He's like, yeah, like we're sitting there, and like all the kids, the offensive line kids, they've got like dark hairy legs, like not just regular like normal kid hairy
those
legs.
Guys got pubes.
They've got like black hairy.
Those guys are
black hairy legs.
They got mustaches. So
Did they flunk or?
I don't know, but he's like, they look like high school kids. I was like, so I'm trying to play.
I'll tell you the best thing for you want to be on defense.
Oh yeah,
defense is a lot more fun. Oh come on, see ball, hit ball.
There's something too.
Come on now.
Ball, hit ball.
My little brother was an all-state offensive lineman. He was undersized too, but he was a pulling guard, and
that would be fun.
He figured out that when you're playing that guard spot, you get to hit people
when they don't even see
they
you
don't
coming.
see it coming. Whereas if you're on offense, you always play anywhere else on offense, you always play the risk of getting hit, and on defense, you have the risk of somebody like him coming and laying you out. Like
I don't know, man. I guess so. I never having played on the offensive line. I have no idea.
But yeah, I think Holden's looking at either defensive end or linebacker.
See, that's where the ball
goal.
is at. That's where the money. That's chicks dig the tackles, man.
I don't know that they do, but I mean, listen, I just want him to have fun. That's all.
Oh, he's gonna have a blast. Don't you wish you were going to football practice today? Getting up, getting ready for a game. God, there's nothing better in the world.
Their team colors are purple and gold, like LSU, which is a little
it's a little off-putting, but yeah, I can put up with it.
It's hard to match with other
you're gonna
things.
have to buy some purple gear, which is
well,
you're gonna get it and never wear it again.
I know. The high school he's zoned to is also purple, but I think they're purple and white or purple and black, and not purple and gold.
Right.
But they had gear for like a fundraiser for the football team when we went to this first thing, but I was going to get a hat, but they're the fitted hats, and they had small, medium, large, but not large, extra large.
They don't have a big head.
Yeah,
you'll have plenty of opportunity to buy your athletic supporter gear.
Look like a little cartoon hat on my head. This ain't gonna work.
So he has his first practice today. I figure your first game will be 2 weeks, a week from Saturday.
I want to say it is September 3rd.
So about 2 weeks, right?
Right around there. Let me see. His first game, it's September 3rd, a Wednesday.
Oh, they play on Wednesdays. That's right.
No, normally Tuesdays, but he's got a couple of Wednesday games.
Awesome.
So yeah, the first one, September 3rd.
Oh man, brings back memories. Nothing better than game day
against the hated Piper Ranch Vipers.
Oh man, that's a local rivalry too, man. That's across the street. Backyard brawl, bedlam.
Bobcats versus Vipers. Here we go, bitches.
They're the Vipers?
They're not the sod poodles.
The Vipers is
it's kind of a cool name,
that's
right?
An uncommon high school or middle school name. I like Vipers.
Yeah. But that's not my kid. My kid's not the Vipers.
No, but I like the idea of the Viper. You don't hear that very often.
Quit cheering for the Vipers,
well, I'm not
dude.
cheering for them. I'm cheering for the Bobcats.
Yeah, we're Bobcat fans.
All right, so I'm down with the Bobcats
around here.
Unless you went to South San, and I'm not down with that.
Corwin says, bit of advice, AJ, cushion stadium seat. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
listen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have the
but also, just take the cushion. Don't be the backpack recliner.
You don't need
people.
all that. But
I hate those people. Don't bring them. You know the chair I'm talking about. That is a full-on recliner that you have to like pack in.
That was me.
Don't do that.
When you pop it open, like the things
pop
up.
And it takes like 3 seats.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
You just want like the square that it folds up like this.
The old school.
That's it.
That's all you need, man. You don't need anything more than that.
Yeah, I did a lot of the. I watched all my brothers, all his. Really, I think for starting like 8th grade, I watched all of his games. I'd drive from Houston and go watch him play. So my ass is used to it.
Well, and also the best thing. Well, I guess now there's 7-on-7, but in my day, the best thing about being a football fan is you didn't have to go sit through like 3 games in a day, like basketball and baseball fan. Like you weren't there all day. You were there for 3 hours. That's it. Game day, and let's go home. Let's go get a snack.
Yeah, we don't want those kind of chairs at the games, Vic.
No,
that's too much.
That's just, come on.
People bring those to baseball games too. It is obnoxious.
And I will accept that if you know, hey, I'm gonna be here for 9 hours. I'm bringing something comfortable. I accept that. But when you come into like a football game and you're packing in a recliner, you're bringing in your lazy boy.
That's what you need right there. That's it.
That is all you need. And that's a good one. By the way,
that is nice. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, like me, baseball dad, I've always been, my wife is a wagon carrier.
No, I get it for those.
She pulls the wagon, and it's got chairs, a little pop-up tent if she needs it. Like, I mean, you never, umbrellas, whatever.
No, for those kind of things.
Because you're going to be there for maybe 10 hours.
That makes sense.
Best thing about football, you're gone in 3 hours.
I just brought when I was coaching, I would just carry a bucket with me.
Sit on the bucket and carry your stuff.
Well, or sometimes I would say if my ass started hurting, if it was the second day, I had a pop out Dove stool, and that was better on my ass than a bucket, a hard ass bucket. But yeah, you gotta, if you're gonna be there all day, you gotta be comfortable. But if you're there for one game, just bring the small chair.
You're not gonna be there that long.
Seriously, guys.
Oh man, you're gonna have a good time. First day of football practice.
Yep. So we'll see. Well, I'll give you the update tomorrow. I'll let you know if the Bobcats are gonna win any games or not. The 8th grade Bobcats. We'll see. We'll find out. All right. I want to get into Project Marvel. And Madam Mayor was apparently with the San Antonio Current.
Yes, she is avoiding
so
most.
Is the Current the?
There's a Current in every town.
Okay, so like is it like the underground paper kind of?
Yes, that's exactly.
So like the Austin Chronicle.
Exactly. There's one of those in every town, and this is our Current.
Okay, like they get sponsored by head shops.
And there's some interesting people in the back that you can meet.
Okay,
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
All right, I'm down with it. That's where you find out where the good concerts are going to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a guy named Michael Carlis that she was talking to there, and here's the first thing. Here's her talking about her. This is her message to the people. We'll start with that.
I'm talking to you, the people, you, the voters. You know your worth. You know what you deserve. And frankly, you know that this is moving very fast. So if you think you deserve an independent economic study, and if you want to look at the draft term sheet before your council member signs you up for $489 million, then you know what? You give them a call and you make sure they vote the right way on Thursday.
Okay. First of all, just because you just got here doesn't mean work wasn't already being done. Just because you arrived and you think things are in a hurry, no, this is the end of the road. You didn't get here at the beginning of the race. This is the end of the race. You got here on the last half of the last lap. And because you just got here, and you're, what's the rush? What do you mean rush? We haven't rushed. This is where we got. Just because you just got here and we've come to the end doesn't mean we rushed to the end. Keep in mind, we have to put this thing on the ballot by November. And if you're talking about this representative democracy and call your council people, why don't you put it on the ballot and let us vote for it? Why don't you just say, you know what, it's a bad deal. I'm going to let the people decide. And over the next 5 months, I'm going to dribble out all the bad information I can find. And then in November, if you don't like it, you can vote it down. Why would you want to just choke it off right now and just let it die on the vine? I don't get it. You say it's a rush. Just because you just got here doesn't mean we're rushing. You got here at the end of the race. The story has been told.
With this, the wheels have been in progress on this for a while. Wheels have been in motion. I don't like it when politicians say, do you want to be on the hook for $489 million? Like they're going to come to your house and knock on the door and say like, hey,
we need your cut.
We need this right now.
Like
say
firing Jimbo.
Right.
Yeah. kind of need the money.
You kind of need the money. No, that's not how this works.
We understand this is going to be an excremental or an excremental.
Well, it feels excremental right
yes,
now.
but it's gonna be an it's
external.
over time.
We're taxing other people. Keep in mind, this is a local, and there are some areas where we might pay a penny or more when we're spending money downtown. Yes, it's going to cost you pennies. It will at the end of the day. And I'd like to remind the mayor that the last stadium in the state of Texas that was funded much like we're going to fund ours up in Arlington, they just paid off the stadium 10 years early and made $150 million that they can now throw into Globe Life, their old stadium, to fix. They paid it off 10 years earlier than expected. And the funding mechanism is very much the same. Not exact, but very close.
Pretty close.
But this, in a way it is, because this is already built in this $489 million. Some of that not all that money's going directly to the Spurs arena. A lot of that's going to stuff that's already existing downtown.
So there's so many little things that she's not telling you, that she's not saying. And then to have the gall. Keep in mind, the mayor is just one more councilman when it comes to the vote. She doesn't have 3 votes. She's just the 11th vote, or the 1st or the 9th, whatever you want to consider. There are 11 votes.
11 equal votes.
11 equal. And for her to use her bully pulpit and tell all the other council people, you go back and you host not 1, but 2, and another further mechanism to delay this. You have to go talk to your people. You know what? They elected their people. I elected my council person. If I have a problem, I'll call them. You don't tell them to come see me. You don't have that kind of right. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't, but you don't just, and I'm not going to do anything until those council people go. And how do you know they haven't already talked to enough people to know we're voting for this? That I'm a San Antonian, and sometimes I step forward and make my vote out there with a little bit of question. But I know what the Spurs have done, and I also know, even by the numbers that you might not necessarily agree with, one thing that says, more than anything else, the Spurs will cover all cost overruns. And that, to me, is enough. After that, they've already won. Because that was my biggest fear, that the overruns come and we start, here's some more money, we need some more money. That's not going to happen.
All right, I'm going to play 2 quick clips about what she doesn't like about the term sheet.
It's not about not liking it. I think what's important is we've got to make sure that the people are comfortable. The people understand we've done our due diligence, and an independent impact economic study helps us get there. So non-binding, but go talk to the city attorney. It still constrains us in certain ways. I'm very surprised that would be comfortable signing that absent the feedback of their constituents.
See, again, who are you to speak for me as an elected official in my constituency?
Yeah, why? If everybody else says this is good, don't worry about us.
And I will agree wholeheartedly that the source of the numbers does have it's questionable. But just because you question who hired them doesn't mean the numbers aren't right. You know, it doesn't mean that even if they're even slightly wrong isn't entirely beneficial. Maybe they promised that we're going to make $28 billion in all of this, and it turns out to only be 18. Well, you know what? We're still 18 above. Even a worst case by the numbers. So this vagary, again, I don't know what you're trying to extract. I don't know what you're chasing.
On the other side, I want to hear this. I want to get the down low on Councilman White.
Good man.
So we'll hear about the drama between those two on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
You know, Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor. He is my general practitioner. The Institute for Functional Health is where my health is maintained. Now, when I first met Dr. Torres and his great staff over the Institute for Functional Health, I walked in for one reason. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to lose some weight. I didn't know how. I'd been a failure before, but I knew that I had to get better than where I was then. And Dr. Torres looked me in the eye and said, it ain't going to be easy, but I'll put you on a program that's going to work. But you have to buy in and expect to do some things that you might not have thought were necessary to lose the weight. And let me tell you, everything he offered, everything we did has been a success. 9 years later, I am still going to see Dr. Torres. He has changed my life in ways that I did not imagine. It has nothing to do with the diet. It has a way of living. It's a method of living that I just didn't think I'd be able to do. I'm a foodie. I've always enjoyed food and will continue to do so. But when I do, how I do has changed. If you have reached a time in your life where you're ready to lose weight, you need to lose weight. Doctors are telling you have to lose weight. And GLP-1s and all those shots and pills just seem outlandish. I cannot recommend Dr. Torres higher. He will change your life for the better, but you're not going to know until you talk to him. I recommend you call him today. The number's 210-468-1891. His website, IFF Health is a gold mine. Go there, answer the questions that he asks, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If it's time to change your life, if you are ready to lose weight and keep it off from now on, the best place I can recommend is Dr. Jacob Torres and the Institute for Functional Health. Give him a call. Give it a try. It won't be the easiest thing you've ever done. It'll be the best. And when it starts happening, start losing that weight. Bring your skinny self over and thank me later.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back but just don't have the time? Now, Synergenics and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you and delivered straight to your door. Getting started is quick and easy. Drop into one of their centers for a quick test and get set up on the program. Save even more time with their new mobile app. It's like being at the provider's office without the hassle. Affordable treatment options available. Don't wait. Book now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Billy Ray Cypress Hill. I like that. All right, Morning Huddle 94.1. I'll have some boxing tickets for you coming up in the next segment. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, I'll give away some tickets to Citizen Soldier. That's right. Oh, it's going to be the day after my birthday. Oh, what a time it'll be. What a time.
Your birthday is next week?
Yeah.
The 27th?
Yeah, ready to party, Rob. Ready to party.
Throw it down, man. We got a lot of birthdays.
Ready to party, baby. All right. So tell me a little bit about Councilman White.
District 10 councilman. Obviously very pro-Spur. New on the council.
Okay. Help me out. What's District 10?
North side.
Okay.
The layout's changed since I was very much close, but the north side is.
Okay. Here is what Gina said about... I say Gina, I'm sorry, Madam. What Madam...
Address her appropriately, you'll get a memo.
What Madam Mayor had to say about what Councilman White said the new EIS would cost.
I'm not sure what his figures are actually based on. I don't know. You measure 12 times and you cut once. Make sure the math checks out. Make sure the assumptions are correct. San Antonio's booming. Why is the city still so poor? And one of the things they cite are kind of these poor deals over time. So I want a deal. I want a deal. Let's make sure, though, that we are going into it eyes wide open.
And here is the...
Come on, Councilman White, retort.
The White Ortiz drama.
What? Mayor, respectfully, you've had your opportunity, Mayor.
Respectfully?
Mayor. What I want to do now is I want to recognize two of my council colleagues that are here tonight, Councilwoman Marina Aldrete Gavito and Councilwoman Terry Castillo.
Three more votes.
I want the Spurs here, but I want independent information. We got to do our due diligence.
Three more votes.
What's the rush, man? What's the rush?
And we had an agreement literally 5 minutes ago that we would allow the mayor to come up and speak if we kept it to the budget and not on Project Marvel. And yet we just saw what took place. So what we're going to do? We are going to keep this to the budget tonight.
Oh, I like it when politicians fight with each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting day down at City Hall.
Pipe down, broad. Men's talking here.
We need 6 votes. 6 votes.
Gina.
Yeah. So, when do we need the votes?
Today.
Okay, today's the day.
Today there are 2 resolutions playing, one to carry on and one to strategically halt.
Okay.
All right. Well, I want this to work.
Yeah. I don't think you do. I think
I heard her say, "What's the rush?" I don't know. Getting it done.
It takes 5 years to build this thing.
Yeah.
It takes 5 years, and we have 5 years. There's a clock ticking. You're right. It's 5 years from now that we're even going to need it, but it takes that long. And again, this isn't a rush. Just because you got here at the end of the race doesn't mean we're in a hurry.
Right.
We're just finishing the race. Yeah. You were elected in May. This process began a couple of years ago.
Well, this is brand new.
Hey, wait, I just got here. What's the rush? Wait a minute. No, you just got here. The plan was in place. And the only reason we're even slowing down is our previous mayor got termed out.
This is kind of like Schottenheimer saying, what's everybody talking about this Micah thing for? What's the rush?
I've never had him. I don't even know what you're talking about. Is he any good? I've never had him. Well, we know we've had him. What's the rush? There is no rush. We're at the end. And I trust our city staff, as I hope you do. I trust Eric Wass as our city manager, as I hope you do. He works at your pleasure, at the rest of the council's pleasure, and they've been quite happy so far. I have no reason to doubt that the numbers he is comfortable with, I am comfortable with too. And until you can cite a reason to doubt it, then what are you doubting other than I like the source? I don't trust that they knew the Spurs. And it's a viable, valuable, you're right. But you know what? This is what we got. And now you're proposing to spend more money to find out what we'll probably already know, that this plan, this strategic outlook by the group that the Spurs hired might be a little rosier than we expect, but it's not a loss. You just might not make as much as you think.
Well, and it's also, whatever the truth is, greater than life without the Spurs.
Yes, so then you throw that in to the possibility that grows greater by the second that Memphis, Nashville show up and go, we're going to build you an entire billion-dollar stadium on the other end of Broadway. And guess what? We're also going to give you all the ticket sales and all the parking and everything because we know what life is like without an NBA basketball team.
Yeah.
So you run the risk of us trying to get a great deal out of a good deal, and they get a better deal someplace else.
Yeah.
What's the wait? What's the rush? What's the hurry? Why?
I don't know.
Because hundreds of billions of dollars are in play, and we are a small part of that.
Because Las Vegas and Seattle are on the phone every day going, hey, what's
Peter J.
What's going on,
Man,
Pete?
they don't love you like we would. Hey,
Man.
Peter J. Man, you ever been to Seattle?
We got some good land. Oh, you seen our brand new shiny arena here in
this
Seattle?
Place?
Oh boy,
you
Bubba.
want all the parking? You can have that because we know what it's like. We lost basketball for 2 decades.
That's right.
We gave it up for 2 decades and are doing everything in our power to get one back. And you got a mayor that's quibbling over money that they're paying less than the team to get into it. But we got to have a great deal, not a good one, a great one.
Yeah. Okay. So the votes today. What time?
We don't know. We're going to go through a process.
Is it a secret?
No. Somebody will call a quorum and we'll vote. But there'll be citizens to be heard. The council's going to talk. This could go on all freaking day. Because
Okay.
if you sign up to speak, they're going to have to let you speak.
Okay.
So this could be an all-day affair.
And there's 11 votes.
There's 11 votes.
And it's a 6-5 wins.
That's all you need is one more vote.
Okay. Wins the last. Was it 7-4 last time they discussed this?
I believe it was. It was either 7-4 or 6-5.
So as long as we haven't had 2 flips,
and I doubt that we have. We might have. I mean,
we'll
see.
The last time they did it was Madam Mayor one of the nays.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, absolutely.
I didn't know if it was before she was.
She hadn't had to do anything till the last time they talked. I mean, we haven't. This. I mean, you want to talk about a rush? It feels like she came out of nowhere. Not this whole thing didn't come out of nowhere. You did.
So what's the? Give me a percentage, like the likelihood.
I
that we're
can't
moving forward
imagine
tomorrow.
2 votes flipping. If you're going to step out there the first time and say I'm all in with the Spurs, and then you kind of back up, you're going to lose a little bit of face yourself. Although, this is such a critical day, and at the end of the day, even if it is a bad deal, even if there is something hiding in the woodshed that we don't know about, there's a poison pill in there that we haven't figured out. We have 5 months for that to be aired out, and if it's a bad deal, and the Spurs are trying to hoodwink us, the opportunity for us to find out will happen between now and November. And if it is a bad deal, the citizens will go, no. Why don't you leave it to us, Mayor? Why don't you leave it to us? And you can let out, and hey, let's even buy the study and let that out. But we have already assigned this value. And if it's not worth that value when we vote in November, we'll vote no. Why don't let it?
Just a quick question. The study that Madam Mayor wants, who would fund that?
Oh, the city would have to.
With public funds?
Yes. Where else would the money come? The Spurs aren't going to kick in. They already paid for one.
Well, I don't know. So when we say no public funds, but she wants to take public funds and do it for
absolutely it would cost. They're asking for money that we wouldn't even have to spend. But just because it's a different company doesn't mean the numbers are going to be significantly different. And again, I fall back on, I trust that our city staff is not so naive that they're just going to take the Spurs at their word. It's not that hard to call a couple of economics professors at universities in our own city and say, hey, what do you think of these numbers?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard. And I expect and I thoroughly believe that Walsh and his group of accountants have done that to the extent that they're comfortable with the numbers as they sit. Now, they might not be able to go down to each codicil on the 100th page of this deal and go, oh, I don't like this number. No, it might not be that. But at the end of the day, a profit will be made. The city will build something that will benefit everyone in some way. In some way, you will all benefit.
Peter says Seattle, Vegas, and Austin all grew without an NBA team. SA will continue to waste money on this boondoggle.
What are you talking about?
First of all,
what?
Mind you, Seattle has an NFL team and a Major League Baseball team. And I don't know that Seattle
and a WNBA team,
I don't know that
and
Seattle's
an MLS team. They've got everything else.
I also don't know that Seattle's still in a state of growth. Vegas grew. First of all, not really anything to do with sports teams growing them because Vegas has other things that attract
they couldn't
money.
Up until very recently. No professional sports team could even headquarter
but
in
now
Las Vegas.
They've got in the last 10 years, they've gotten an NFL team and an NHL team, and they've got a Major League Baseball team coming. So they've got other things that are growing them in that way. And then Austin has the biggest brand in college sports.
Yes, they have a professional franchise called the Texas Longhorns.
This is so to say that this is a waste of money. I don't know that I agree with that. I mean, this is.
And for people who go, I don't care about the billionaires playing basketball. You're right. And that's only 82 nights a year. That's all this is. It's 82 nights a year. What are you doing with the building for the rest of the year? And how is that benefiting you as a citizen? In 100 different ways. Because people are coming in from out of town and spending money in your town. And guess what that money goes toward? Fixing your streets and fixing this up and doing all the stuff that economics pay for. That this is how this works. So to say it's a boondoggle, no. Even if it's a wash, even if it comes out we make as much as we spend, what's the problem? It still came out a net. It's a net even. It's a wash. Even if it just came out that, what's the problem?
Well, also consider with Austin, they built an F1 track. They've got tons of tech coming into their city. Tesla's in
there is nothing. That argument doesn't hold water. I don't even
It's not a real thing.
That's the boondoggle. No.
All right, let's ridiculous. All right, let's take a break. Before we do though, oh friend, did you see what's in our office?
I did.
Oh,
is that what that was?
I like the look of the pumpkin lager.
Yes,
it's lager.
We've got some pumpkin and lager, and we've got some Carb-Oktoberfest. They've dropped it off for us.
Finally.
Carbach knows that Rob and I have needs. Now, Vic, we can't give you any because I don't want your sugar to go up.
Nah.
But we'll tell you about it, Or maybe you can put some in your mouth and swish it around and spit it in your wife's mouth or something like
that.
Something like that.
Like a wine tasting.
Yeah, kind of like you swish it around and dump it.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, but I'm excited for this, and guys, that means because we've got it, it means it's everywhere right now. You're going to be able to get your hands on it as well. We'll have a full report on it by the end of the week, I'm pretty sure, on both those beers. But if those sound like they're not in your wheelhouse, that's all right, man. There's something for everybody in their lineup. They've got the Love Street, that's their best seller, the Cole Style Blonde. Hopadillo's their flagship IPA, and then Crawford Bock, is a very smooth, very drinkable, very crushable year-round beer. Something for everyone, and like I said, it's all over the city now. You're going to get it in all the grocery stores, all the liquor stores, but they're also in tons of accounts all over the city. So bars, restaurants, almost everyone you go into is going to have Carbach on tap or at a minimum in a can. So when you're out and about, you're making things happen this weekend, go and ask your bartender, please make it a Carbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few trouble spots as you head into your morning commute. I-10 lower level, southbound as you approach Colorado, northwest of downtown. That's a stall. Left lane blocked has you slow from Fredericksburg Road. 5-7-minute delay. 35 northbound Thousand Oaks to Weidner. This is some ongoing road work that's got 2 right lanes blocked. A 35-minute delay has you slow from Rittiman. On 410 northbound at 151, accident right lane blocked. A little bit of a delay from Marbach. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry. Conquered the course. We'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Nigel, why does our office look like a casino?
I call it employee engagement.
Folks, right now is the ideal time to hit the jackpot on comfort with Quarter Moon's Lucky Sevens AC tune-up. It's just $77 for a complete 7-point inspection.
Excuse me, bossman. I've got a good feeling about that slot machine next to your desk.
Joel, I couldn't get an advance on next week's check, could I?
Call Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC and Heating for your Lucky Sevens AC tune-up. Just $77. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
The right stuff.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody.
Time again.
Whoop, whoop. Yes. Rob had his big fantasy draft yesterday.
First of 3.
Oh,
okay.
First of 3. This was a warm-up one.
I also have 3. I have one that I do. That my big one is on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So after the show on Friday, I'm making the trip to Houston.
See, this was not an in-person draft, and that's the best thing about fantasy football. If you're not, I play the game, but the best thing about fantasy football is the draft.
Yeah,
it just is one of the best things I do all year.
We got a whole big.
It's just seeing old friends. It's just one of the great things in modern. I can't imagine what it was like prior to fantasy football.
Yeah.
You know, and it's part of our lexicon now. But there was a time when the season just started.
Yeah.
you just watched the game.
Yeah, and I like that too. I mean, the thing for me about fantasy is as I've gotten more and more invested in sports betting is
does it sway your?
I'll be watching a game, and I'm always I have more bet on a random middle of a Thursday night game than I have in my fantasy league. But I still want to win,
right?
So it's very bothersome at times.
There's a lot of reasons I'm a terrible gambler, and since we paired up, I've gotten better at it. But one of the reasons I do believe for the longest time is because of fantasy football.
Yeah.
I think it swayed my opinions, and I either hated them too much or I loved them too much.
One thing about your fantasy players is your fantasy team, the guys on your team are more valuable to you than they are to anybody else.
By far. It's like, I don't care about your fantasy team.
Like, you think that your best fantasy player is better than he actually is.
Absolutely.
Just trust me.
Because I drafted him.
Yeah,
he's
your guy.
Yeah, and I put my logo on it, and he's my guy, and I expect him to do great. And I love that part, but I do fall in love with guys. And then I expect him, the line says this, but my guy's going to get 100. So why would that happen?
We'll see. We'll see. Guys, we are here. College football season. We are now 3 days from real live college football action at Aer Lingus Stadium.
You said Lingus.
Lingus. A little bit of news. Well, I guess let's first start here in Texas, where Arch Manning has come out and said, "I'm not really sure where Grandpa got that from." He texted me to apologize, but I thought that the thing that I said was that to name Arch to the postseason awards and start placing him in the NFL draft was ridiculous when he hadn't played, is what Archie said. But then, of course, the fact I said he might be at Texas, that's just an assumption on my part. Arch and I have had a really good grandson-grandfather relationship, but I haven't been part of this football journey.
And you know what? I was arguing that he's going to go. He'd be crazy if he didn't, because either you're going to be hyper successful and there'll be nowhere to go but down, or you're going to have a horrible year and everybody's going to be mad at you, one or the other. So you'll end up being a pro. But as you said, and I do think there is something to it, that both of his uncles had every opportunity to leave early too, and didn't. And that Peyton announcement that he was staying at Tennessee, that was as big a deal as Arch.
Yeah, people are like, what?
What
do you mean?
Shocking that he didn't come out. In fact, as we had a fantasy draft, I was part of playing fantasy football even way back then. And a guy said in our league goes, at that moment, can I draft him now, kind of like Larry Bird? Can I draft him now, and can I have him next year? He was that good coming out of college. As much as Arch is getting hyped, Peyton was even bigger. And that announcement that he was staying, it affected all of sport. It affected the NFL. It affected college football. They didn't win the title. They won it the next year after he finally left. But it wouldn't shock me because his uncles did stay, that if he did. But I just can't imagine in this day and age, when the moment he signs his first pro contract, we are now counting – he'll probably go in the first round, so there'll be a fifth-year option. 5 years from then, he gets to sign a contract for, I would guess by that point, $300 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
So why would you put that off?
Well, first of all, I think more than your typical college student, I would say money's not a concern.
Right, and I agree with, and that's one of the things. His dad, his uncle, his dad couldn't play, but his uncles, they didn't need the money either, and they stayed.
Yeah,
they stayed.
I think that it's I don't know. It's tough to know exactly what's in the kid's mind for sure, and I think a lot of it could depend on how this game or how this season goes. But the Peyton, when I remember, I was in high school, I was in high school when Peyton announced that he was coming back for his senior year. I was like, what?
Shocked.
The year that Peyton Manning, after his junior year, he come out then, the first quarterback that went that year, I believe it was 1997, because Peyton was 98.
Right.
The first quarterback that got drafted that year was Jim Druckenmiller. And it was like,
what are you doing, man?
Like,
seriously.
You realize you're Peyton Manning. Like, everybody, if somebody's even thinking about wanting a quarterback, they're going to give the moon to get you.
And as good
He's
as
like, no, I'm good.
he was as ready a pro quarterback as anybody.
Oh,
We
yeah.
all knew wherever he lands, it's going to be great. And it was.
Yes.
And he told the league to wait. And, Eli wasn't the same, but he was highly regarded.
He was.
And he decided to stay
He wouldn't
too.
have gone number 1 the year before because that was Carson Palmer went that year. But he probably would have been right behind him.
Man, I hate to argue that he should leave because in my mind, stay, brother. You're never going to be in college again. And
he's the king of the world right now. And you know what? There's a lot of people who thought he wouldn't stay if Quinn Ewers came back last year. And then when Quinn came back, it was like he was still like there's something to this, especially I think the program that Sark is building where it's almost like these guys want to be a part of it and like they realize this can be fun. And what's different now, I say different, what's legal now is they're getting paid to do it. Absolutely. And they're getting paid very handsomely to do it.
And I wouldn't advocate for him to stay or go. I don't know, because he's going to be fine either way. But I would recommend, if you're not sure, why don't you wait until about the end of the season before you have to declare for the draft and give Cooper a call up with the Dallas Mavericks. Let's see what that first year was like.
Yeah.
Because he had the same opportunity to stay at Duke, be king of the world, and make a lot of money doing it. And he decided to go pro. Just call and see what that first 45 games was like. Are you happy? Are you ready? Are you feeling like you made the right decision? Because once you're in it, there's no leaving, and you're on that clock to get the big money. But you're losing games more than you ever lost. You're getting beat up. Is it worth the effort to leave? And I would think that Cooper might be one of the few people in the world that could talk to him honestly about maybe I should have stayed.
Yeah, Frank says he'll stay if the Browns have the number 1 pick.
That.
There's a couple teams I'd really if the Jets have the number 1 pick, I'd really consider just.
And that's the other thing, and let's not kid ourselves. The Mannings are OGs about controlling where their players land.
Oh, yeah.
They know how to play this game, so you're exactly right. If Cleveland looks like it's looming, he'll stay. I'm staying until they say we won't draft you.
Yep. Elsewhere in college football, Notre Dame named C.J. Carr their starting quarterback. He's a redshirt freshman. He is the grandson of famed Michigan coach Lloyd Carr.
I heard that.
So he has the job for Notre Dame. He'll make his first start in a little over 10 days against Miami. Welcome to football, son.
Tell you what.
But yeah, so pretty cool. A redshirt freshman getting the job there. Also the case in BYU where Bear Bachmeier, that's a good name.
Right?
Listen, you know what? I normally don't cheer for BYU.
How do you spell his first name? Is it Bear?
B-E-A-R.
That's Bear. All right.
He's been named the starting quarterback. He will be the first true freshman in school history to start an opener for BYU. He'll debut against Portland State, which is a little easier than Miami. My favorite thing might be about Bear Bachmeier. He is going to wear number 47.
Is that legal?
It's legal. I think I'm kind of into this.
The highest number I've ever seen a quarterback wear was 21.
We're going to see this guy wear 47.
Oh, no, Flutie wore 22.
Yeah? 47. Oh, yeah. I've never seen a quarterback wear 47.
I don't dislike it, but I didn't know that was legal.
It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird, man. Of course, Hank Bachmeier, who is Bear's oldest brother, was the quarterback at Boise State and eventually, I think, Wake Forest. And Bear Bachmeier had a ton of big-time offers out of high school. He was offered by Georgia, Notre Dame, and Texas A&M. Chose to go to BYU.
Well, I don't blame him.
Won the starting job.
You want to go throw the ball, you're going to throw it at BYU.
There you go. So, you say that, but although isn't the coach at BYU is the guy that used to coach Navy, and all they did was run the ball.
Navy did, not BYU anymore.
Oh, yeah. I would assume not.
But they put pros in the league.
Yeah.
Don't get to drink any tea or coffee.
Bear's brother also is a junior wide receiver for BYU. They both transferred in from Stanford. They go to the brother transferred in from Stanford. His name is Tiger. So Bear is going to be throwing to Tiger Bachmeier. Hank got lucky.
I think, yeah.
Hank is lucky he was the oldest.
I think Mrs. Bachmeier should have taken the naming rights from her husband.
And if things work out well, youngest brother Monkey Bachmeyer will be a safety.
Why am I a monkey?
What do you mean?
What do you?
Monkey, bear,
tiger, monkey,
bear, tiger, monkey. You guys get in here.
Jeez.
Why am I a monkey? Why do I get monkey? Hey, jackass.
That's more applicable. Yeah.
Bear, tiger, and
Oh, I like it. And then Kate Klubnik spoke out about why he stuck with Clemson. And he said, everybody else told me that I kind of sucked. Everybody else was saying I was no good. People wanted me out of Clemson after last season. They were 9-4. 2 seasons ago, they were 9-4. And that snapped the streak. 12 straight double-digit wins. They missed the college football playoff. And people were like, Kate Klubnik's no good. And he said, Dabo believed in me. He said to have someone who believed in me in that moment, he's like, I wasn't going to leave him. Everybody else in the world said I stunk, and this dude was like, I believe in you wholeheartedly. You're my guy.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, so kind of a cool story. Now here he is, got a chance to be the first pick.
And I get that, but the reason I would have left wasn't about him believing in me. It's him not giving any NIL money to any transfers. I mean, you feel like I'm being left behind by other schools or bringing in great wide receivers and paying players to come help me, and I don't get any of that here at Clemson.
You get nothing, and you like it.
Well, it worked out, so I'm happy for him.
You'll get nothing, and you'll like it. We'll look at some NBA news next. We got a retirement, a coaching extension, and a list of the top 10 players at Eurobasket. Wanted to get your thoughts on this. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back but just don't have the time? Now, Synergenics and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you and delivered straight to your door. Getting started is quick and easy. Drop into one of their centers for a quick test and get set up on the program. Save even more time with their new mobile app. It's like being at the provider's office without the hassle. Affordable treatment options available. Don't wait. Book now at fixmylowt.com. fixmylowt.com.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Here in Texas, we know that trust is earned and reputation matters.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and that Texans can respect. A firm where no defendant is too big and no case is too small. Backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients, Thomas J. Henry remains the name you can depend on if you have been injured. Trust the firm that stands for you. Trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brad's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where batteries are as low as $89.99. Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Brad is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
San Antonio, stand up! Desi Martinez Promotions is bringing the San Antonio Summer Showdown. Saturday, August 23rd at the Bowling Center at Techport. 10 action-packed fights, stacked with rising stars and hometown favorites. Headlined by Justin Figueroa versus Jared Tennant for the Junior NABF Super Welterweight title. Doors at 5, first bell at 5:35. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today. Visit dmpboxing.com. dmpboxing.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few trouble spots as you head into your morning commute. I-10 lower level, southbound as you approach Colorado, northwest of downtown. That's a stall. Left lane blocked has you slow from Fredericksburg Road. 5-7-minute delay. 35 northbound Thousand Oaks to Weidner. This is some ongoing road work that's got 2 right lanes blocked. A 35-minute delay has you slow from Rittiman. On 410 northbound at 151, accident right lane blocked. A little bit of a delay from Marbach. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In college football news, Texas quarterback Arch Manning is distancing himself from the comments of his grandfather, Archie, who recently made a prediction to his grandson's future that he would stay at the University of Texas. Arch commented, "I don't know where he got that from. He texted me and apologized to me about that. I'm really just taking it day by day right now." I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let's give away these boxing tickets. How about that?
I think we're going to be there.
How about that?
I'm going to go.
Oh, were we supposed to have Dr. Garrett on?
It is Wednesday.
Damn it.
Yeah, I forgot to call him on 8:30.
Oh, you
It's
blew
my fault.
it.
He texted. Well, he didn't reach out.
You blew it.
Doc, where are you?
Oh, no.
Yeah, maybe we'll get him on late.
Doc!
We'll see. Yeah, see if we can get him on late. Hey, right now you can win a pair of tickets to the San Antonio Summer Showdown, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. Desi Martinez Promotions and Fighters First Management present a loaded night of action Saturday, August 23rd, as the San Antonio Summer Showdown comes to Boeing Center at Techport here in San Antonio. 10-fight card, bevy of top contenders, rising talent, headlined by undefeated rising contender Justin Figueroa, who duels Jared Tennant in an 8-round matchup for the junior NABF Super Welterweight title. That's down there at Boeing Center at Techport. You know you want to be there. You want to be there for free. It's on us. Yeah. Caller number 2. You're going to go see the boxing down at the Techport. How about that? All right. What do we want to do about Dr. Garrett?
I'm texting right now. Let's see what we got.
You want to see if we can bump to tomorrow? I feel like we've made a grave mistake here.
Yeah, we don't want to make the doc mad.
Yeah, it was my fault.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to blame
Well, it's
you.
also written on my sheet that this is what we do in this
and
segment.
it is Wednesday, and I actually had a calendar reminder pop up on my watch when it went down. So this is all
But
on
somehow
us.
it's all my fault.
No, it's not all your fault.
It's kind of like that's why you get married. You can blame your wife, even though it's not her fault.
Oh, yeah.
You
yeah.
she can blame me for a lot of stuff, and I'll just take the brunt. Yeah, it's my fault.
I got my rundown sheet that says Dr. Garrett.
Still, it's your fault.
You know, no big deal. I'm just
it's your job as you fall on the sword.
That's right.
We're the talent.
Well, you know what? I'll take this one, Vic. I'll take this one. It's on me.
I'm going to sick doc on you then.
Hey, John Wall. Speaking of injuries.
Oh, we barely knew you.
John Wall retires after 11 NBA seasons.
Combined, he played 2.
Well, I mean, he's a 5-time All-Star.
I'm kidding, but it seems like that guy was when he was at Kentucky. He was such a fun basketball, but just fun. He was the kind of guy you wanted to buy a ticket to go see play basketball because he lived through the game. You could see his personality, and injuries ruined what could have been an extraordinary career.
He was so fast. There was a lot of De'Aaron Fox's game to his game.
Very much, and he followed him. I mean, he wasn't that far behind De'Aaron.
But I will say this for John Wall, like it's hard to remember, but while I would say De'Aaron's game is a lot like John Wall's, John Wall was also, on top of what he did on offense, an elite defensive player.
Yeah.
And would throw it down like he was. But I mean, listen, he was injuries, and he, like when you said this morning he was retired, I was like, I thought that was 3 years ago. He hasn't played in 2 years because of injury, so he has been for all intents and purposes retired. But he's now saying officially, I'm not going to try and play basketball anymore.
You know, what could have been, and you think we're sad about his exit. Think about what the Wizards I mean, with Beal and Wall, the future seems so bright.
Oh, man.
It looked like they had it all sewed up.
Rick Carlisle signs a multi-year extension with the Pacers. He's going to be there for the foreseeable future. First finals appearance in 20-something years. They're going to keep him around. Carlisle's going to have a chance to work his way up the all-time wins list.
He should. If he's not the best X's and O's coach in basketball, I'd like you to show me who it is. I'm just talking about game plan, Xing and Oing. I'm going to out-coach you, and then I'm going to take your team and out-coach you with your team. I mean, he is that good.
Yeah.
You know, the Spoelstra, there's a lot of great coaches for a lot of great reasons. But when you talk X's and O's and just knowing how to win a basketball game with a grease board, Rick Carlisle is at the top of the list.
Next year, he will move into the top 10 all-time on the wins list. He will... I mean, yeah, he's going to – in the next few years, because this year he'll hit 1,000 wins. And once you get to 1,000 wins, like
you're in rare air.
When you get to 1,100, you're starting to jump, jump a couple guys here and there. 1,210 gets you into the top 5 all time. And it looks like that's certainly a possibility
if
now with Carlisle
this contract,
getting this extension. So has a chance to be one of the 5 winningest coaches in history. Pretty impressive.
I don't have enough respect for him. I mean, he is just that.
I'm
good.
a fan. I am a fan. I think that I don't know. I always thought he was a little undervalued when he was in Dallas.
You are.
And now,
but he was the perfect foil when the Mavericks were blowing up and Cuban was bigger than life. They needed a Rick Carlisle just to go coach basketball. And Cuban was on the sidelines with a T-shirt and buying and doing and all this. Carlisle kept their feet on the ground, and they went and won basketball games. And they weren't all that talented when they won a title. They had Dirk and a couple of dudes. I mean, it was a pretty impressive run.
Yeah. Only one title, which
only.
Well, if you're starting to talk about him in the list that he's about to be on,
in the grand scheme of things, it's not enough. But
you start putting him on a list with Pat Riley and Greg Popovich, you say, okay, only one title. Yeah, it is just only one. But also one is a player. Not now
with the Celts.
Kind of. I don't know that statistically, not a huge part of it.
No, he wasn't a great basketball player. I mean, he played in the NBA and could shoot the lights out.
Yep. So, congratulations to Rick Carlisle on the extension. Obviously, the Pacers' run in the playoffs had something to do with it. All right, I wanted to get to this list. The top 10 players at Eurobasket this year. And I wanted to see if you agree with this list.
Well, some of these guys, these are whispers in the wind.
Well, I feel like the top 3 are hard to argue.
Yeah. No matter what basket they're playing under.
Nikola Jokic, number 1. I don't think it matters where he's playing. He's there representing Serbia. Giannis is there, number 2, representing Greece. And Luka's there representing Slovenia. After that, number 4 is now Franz Wagner for Team Germany.
Think about what both Wagners, Franz specifically, did in the Olympics last year.
Yeah.
Dude.
Fantastic player. Alperen Şengün of Turkey.
With a bullet. I think that he is yes, well done. He deserves this listing. This is where he should be. He's that good.
6 is Kristaps Porzingis of Latvia.
As he drops, so does Şengün rise.
Deni Avdija.
He's that kid out of Israel that was
Blazers.
Yeah, the Blazers now have him, multi-tool guy. Yeah.
Santi Aldama, number 8.
He ran Desmond Bain right out of Memphis.
How about this one? Namus Keita.
See, he's a big old boy.
Yeah. I didn't. First of all, I didn't know he was Portuguese.
I didn't either.
Apparently,
that's where his birth certificate is now.
That's where he's from. And Nikola Jovic is number 10 on the list. So well represented.
All those guys are spoken for.
All those guys spoken for.
Yeah, there's not one floating around for the NBA yet.
There is one on the all of them spoken for, even on the other players to watch list. So, and no Spurs mentioned. Which imagine having a European tournament with no Spurs.
I'm so glad that Victor isn't playing in the Euro. Is City Sissoko? I wonder if he is.
Don't see him. Don't see him listed.
Not at least in the top 10.
No.
But I'm curious if Sohan was working out with a Polish team, but he's been sent home due to injury and embarrassment.
Yeah, what happened with that?
He had a strain of some sort.
No, I'm talking about the
Martin Gortat.
Yeah,
if anybody hadn't lit now, Gortat was a former NBA type who's evidently over Polish basketball now. I don't know. Talked about Sohan like, you're 3 years into this thing. You should be better, and not just better at one thing, better at everything. And I think he was trying. I think things were lost in translation because in that conversation after I heard that, I thought, man, what a slapdown. I mean, you told literally the best Polish player in history, even better than you, Martin, that he's got to be better at a lot of different stuff. But when you dug into it, he gave excuses. Like, I understand why you're not better. You got thrown into the point guard job there for 6 months. You didn't get to focus. And there were lots of reasons for where he was in Martin Gortat's summarization of his career. But at the end of the day, he called the best player coming on that Poland team just an average dude that needs to get better at everything.
I don't know if I think of Sohan as better than Gortat.
Well,
Gortat was a good player, for a
you're
long
right.
time.
I shouldn't have said it that way.
Like
Jeremy was a
14-year NBA career.
Yeah, but he wasn't a high draft pick. Jeremy was. He played basketball at Baylor and got himself all that stuff. He was just more highly regarded than Gortat ever was.
That's fair.
But certainly Gortat's had a better NBA career just for longevity. But I'm so glad that he's not playing either.
Yeah.
I come from a point where, San Antonio Spurs, those teams all spread all around the earth. We had players in France and, down in Argentina. We had players all in Spain and we're used to that. I never liked it, but it did help players get better. But at the end of the career, I think at the end of the day, it probably shortened Manu's career. I think we probably lost a year or two because of all that international play.
Well, I'm certain that happened to Yao Ming.
No doubt.
Like, and I mean, listen, you come from a communist country. Like, they let Yao go play in the U.S. He owed
and I get it.
Service.
I can't imagine being that good and not wanting to represent my country. I don't fault you for doing it, but I'm just glad that you're not.
But when your career, the thing that makes money for your family, is the NBA, you'd like to be able to be good at that so you can get that money and not, run your body into the ground.
That year Manu got hurt and dirt at the rim and all that when Carlisle won the title, I put international basketball right at the forefront for why that team fell apart. They had just played a whole bunch of basketball.
Gilbert says we lost some titles because of champion.
I agree with that. I
play.
think that we probably sacrificed a title or two, and certainly several years on both Tony and Manu's career.
And Tarek says hopefully they do a U.S. versus the world this year. That'll be fun. I'm telling you, that thing that hockey did last year is going to make everybody else stand up and take note, and I think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see the NBA follow suit.
Are we ready for an L? Because we're going to get one.
I'm all right with that. Like, bring it on.
No,
man.
I'm all for it because it might teach us to pay attention to the basics. But an L will be coming if it's U.S. against the world.
Yeah, I'd be for that. I want to see it. I want to see that action, boss. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna. You know what? I'll do this right now. I'll give away some Citizen Soldier tickets. Or do you have your lines closed off right now, Vic? Okay, Citizen Soldier. They are going to be playing August 28th at the Aztec Theater. Everybody wants to go see them. You can go see them for free. How about that? Win a pair of tickets just by listening to our little show here. We're going to be giving them away all week long. You can get tickets at livenation.com if you don't win them, but they're going to the Aztec Theater August 28th. Citizen Soldier. Let's go caller number 1. First person to ring Vic's ear, you're going to win a pair of tickets to Citizen Soldier. We'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your midday commute, we do have this trouble spot on Loop 410 eastbound at McCullough. This accident causing about a 15-minute delay. Slow from I-10. Start moving over to your left side. We've got 2 right lanes blocked. 37 northbound approaching I-10. That accident now off to the shoulder and a stall at I-10 lower level southbound approaching Colorado left lane. Stop and go from Fresno. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday night at 7. The Cowboys take on the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game at Jerry World. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
So we do a giveaway at GimmeTheVin.com. Every month we're giving away $25,000 to one lucky person that sells us their car. Karen, you there?
I'm here. Karen Gardner of Oceanside, California is the latest winner in GimmeTheVin.com's Big Cash Giveaway.
What did you sell us?
I sold you a 95 Impala.
And what did we pay you for it?
You guys gave me 18.
18 plus 25,000 because you're the winner, Karen.
Oh my God, you're kidding. You could be next to get a little more, maybe a lot more. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GimmeTheVin.com. Sell us your car.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey, Rob Thompson here from my good friends over at Connecticut Water Treatment Systems. If you don't have a Connecticut water softener, it's time to listen very closely to an opportunity that doesn't come around very often. You don't get a chance to get the very best at a great rate all the time. And the great thing about Connecticut, it's always been accessible. People just expect that it's so good it's going to be too expensive. It's not. So if you're ready to get the very best water treatment system you can get, I want you to dial 656 PURE today. There'll be no commitment when you make that call. In fact, Connecticut is going to come out to your home if you're already plumbed for the service and put in a water treatment system so you can see what Connecticut has been talking about for these many, many years. And after 90 days of that free service, you're going to find out the truth, that the Connecticut is the best water treatment service for you. It's going to take care of your appliances, you, and all the things that go along with good, fresh, clean water. After that, what do? Well, you trust that the manufacturer, Connecticut, is going to be there long term, and they certainly will be. Their warranty, apples to apples, is better than anything you're going to find. And then there's a gift at the end of the day, and that's a free reverse osmosis drinking station that'll go directly on your sink. They have the decor to match your beautiful decor. What are you waiting on? Get yourself a very best, the Connecticut. Call them at 656 PURE today. I know you're going to thank me later.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Does RexMD really work?
Over 85% of guys said not only does it work, they saw results the very first night. And you can get your first month free at freerexmd.com with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit freerexmd.com to get your first month free. That's FREEREXMD.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Vic, did you forget about me?
Yeah. I forgot about Dr. Garrett.
I know. Won't you?
By the way, I just heard from the doc.
What did he say?
He'll be back here tomorrow, same time.
Man.
Same channel. He's allowing us a special
pass.
A very special episode of Blossom tomorrow.
Oopsie. Oopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Hey, but how about this number? King of the Hill. Everyone knows that we're a big fan of that on this show.
Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking.
Yeah, so we're big fans of it here.
Now,
every time I hear that is so true. Why their husbands did the cooking.
King of the Hill is now the most successful reboot in the history of television.
I'm not surprised.
Really?
It has now generated, it has crossed over the $100 million streaming revenue.
My gosh. Why? So that means a movie is imminent.
It has to be.
I mean,
it's earned $100 million for Hulu since early 2020, placing the show on par with American Dad and Futurama.
Or the runners
Which
up?
I watched neither one of them.
Okay.
Now,
more than that, I guess The Simpsons you don't count because you add them differently, right?
The Simpsons has
They've
made
been
more
around
money
so long,
than
yeah.
everything, but like just being something brought back.
It's crazy.
It brought back 4.4 million viewers within a week of the premiere of the season 14.
And honest to God,
it was above Love Island UK and The Bear.
and I would have honestly,
I don't know what that is.
find it absolutely hilarious. But it's about me, about Texas. There are nuances to the comedy that I would have thought somebody sitting in Michigan wouldn't have gotten. Like, you don't get the humor in what he's saying about, who would want to live in San Antonio. I mean, who knows? I mean, why do they find it funny when it seems like it's an inside joke amongst us Texans?
I don't know. It works though.
It does.
It's got the new season of King of the Hill boasts a near perfect rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The reviews, like, remember when Fuller House came out and everybody was like, "Oh my God, this is garbage."
Oh yeah,
It was Fuller House. Okay. It was like they tried to bring it back. It was like terrible. They said it felt like I was watching the original series, as if it never got canceled in the first place. Sure, the animation is different. Everyone got older, and some of the characters got recast, mostly because they died. Correct. But to me, at the end of the day, it is nearly the same feel as the original season, which it does. I mean, I
haven't seen it. I got the
with a little more edginess. Right?
I have the Obviously. Timu Hulu.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna tell your wife you need to upgrade.
I'm gonna have to.
This is it is worth the watch, friend. Or just get one of those magic boxes.
Either way, either way.
Elsewhere in the world, let's the Jake Paul. Did you see Logan Paul got married over the weekend?
No, good for him.
To Nina Agdal, and there was a lot of remember there was a lot of drama once around Nina and people calling out Logan Paul for marrying a gal who had been maybe passed around a little bit.
She's seen a few of his friends, yes.
And
it is what it is.
you think even when you're a celebrity, you want your wedding to be kind of like a normal special night. Well, Jake Paul, who was of course in his brother's this is his younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
He had to steal the spotlight. I'm sure the bride loved this too. He stole the spotlight in a video that you can see online where Jake was seen punching and smashing his brother's extravagant 3-tier wedding cake during the reception. I mean, how happy would your wife be with your brother had he done that at your wedding?
He wouldn't be Sunday dinner.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd
like,
take a few minutes.
Even when you're famous, it's kind of like, well, what are we doing? Like,
were they happy with this? Was it like part of the plan? Let me turn this off.
That's what it says. Guests were laughing in disbelief, and the internet was divided over whether the stunt was funny or just plain disrespectful. I have no idea. I
think both things can be true at once, because it is very funny, but it seems remarkably disrespectful.
I don't think my wife would be pleased, but
the crowd seems to be happy.
Yeah, it was like it's like a giant cake, and You got Jake Paul in there, like, using it like a heavy bag. Like, oh, look at me, I'm Jake Paul the boxer.
That guy gives about as much defense as most of the guys. That's about like everything he fought.
Is he the brother with the Pokemon card around his neck?
I don't know which one of them does that.
Oh.
I don't know, but
like a $2-3 million Pokemon
I know they both
card.
have like one. One of them's a pro wrestler.
Okay.
And he's like he has a very light beard. The other one has a real big beard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So whichever one has the Pokemon card, I don't know, but all right. A man has been charged. This is in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. He's facing multiple charges in 2 separate incidents after he reportedly assaulted police officers. That's bad enough, right? His name's Ryan Bunting. He's 44. He threatened to kill officers and attempted to run them over with his bicycle.
His bike?
Yep, after he was instructed to leave the backyard of a house on August 11th. While being arrested, he bit, kicked, and spit on officers.
Jeez.
Now, several days prior to that, officers were called to the same home to investigate a fire when he began yelling threats and got physically aggressive. Police said at one point he walked out on the driveway, dropped his shorts and underwear to his ankles, and displayed his buttocks to the first responders. He is now facing multiple charges for both incidents, including aggravated assault, attempt to cause serious bodily harm to designated individuals, assault of law enforcement officer, escape, resisting arrest, open lewdness.
That's open lewdness.
And disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
Do we know why he was having such a bad day?
Listen, I'm not here to judge people based on their appearance.
We judge them on other things.
But
perfectly good reasons to judge him.
If you said, like, why is this guy so angry? And I said, well,
oh yeah,
that's what he looks
like. He hadn't had just a bad day. He's strung together several bad days.
Pobrecito.
Yeah,
that was the end result of many, many bad decisions.
Why is he so angry? Well,
look at the way I look.
Look at me. I'm a human being.
This isn't how it's supposed to be.
All right, John Merritt, get over there. Jeez.
Kiss my ass right here.
Oh,
I got your lewdness right here.
Well, Art says I absolutely do closed lewdness on the radio for a living. I don't.
Well, that's not illegal.
That's not a crime. Yeah. Do you know how many presidents in our history have been accused of sexual assault?
One.
Well, I know of one.
There's plenty more than that.
Yeah, there's been a few.
Oh, wait.
I know that.
3.
Assault? Like accused of, like, I don't know.
Accused?
2 others. A couple come to mind.
Sexual misconduct. How about that?
Kennedy had, we had Bill with the with Monica.
Kennedy, surprisingly not.
Kennedy not on that list.
No.
Buchanan we thought was gay.
Okay, so the list was 7 until this week. Yeah. It's now grown to 8. It goes all the way back to Thomas Jefferson.
Well, Sally Hemings.
Oh, wow.
Yep, there you go.
Girl.
Sally Hemings. Grover Cleveland.
Yeah, he had a. That's right.
He had a fun baby. He had a Jerry Jones baby. Richard Nixon.
I was not aware of this one.
With some women working in the White House.
What? I did not
made
know.
Unwanted advances and touched a secretary's thigh. The Ronald Reagan, of course, had allegations. Celine Walters. And W was Clinton, obviously we mentioned. W was accused. A woman named Margie Schrodinger accused President George Bush of raping her in October of 2000, filing a lawsuit 2 years later against Bush for race-based harassment and individual sex crimes committed against her and her husband.
That was rapidly thrown out.
Well, she died of a self-inflicted gun wound a year after filing that suit. And, of course, Trump. But the most recent one, George H.W. Bush, has been accused of sexual misconduct.
No.
What?
That's right. From actress Heather Lind, accused the former president of groping her during a photo op back in 2014.
George H.W. in 2014 was like 95.
Well, here's her accusation.
Isn't there a statute for this?
According to Lynn, the former president touched her from behind while seated in his wheelchair just inches away from Barbara, who'd accompanied him to a premiere of the series Turn, Washington Spies.
Settle down, Heather Lynn.
When I got the chance to, she said, I found it disturbing because I recognize the respect ex-presidents are given for having served, and I feel pride and reverence toward many of the men in the photo. But when I got the chance to meet George H.W. Bush 4 years ago to promote a historical television show I was working on, he sexually assaulted me while I was posing for a similar photo. He didn't shake my hand. He grabbed me from behind from his wheelchair and with his wife Barbara Bush by his side. He told me a dirty joke, and then, all while the thing was being photographed, touched me again. Barbara rolled her eyes after say, quote, not again. Bush issued an apology through his spokesman for what he called an attempt at humor. So now we've got an 8th president who's been accused of sexual misconduct. This is very unfortunate.
Simmer down.
I like to think of this. Like you said something key there, Vic. Isn't there a statute?
There's got to, like, after 10 years?
Well, not even that. I feel like once you're a 90-year-old man and you're in a wheelchair and you're drooling on yourself.
Here's the picture.
You should be allowed to squeeze a gal's butt.
This is the
right?
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah, you shouldn't
This guy.
Yeah. Assault.
Settle down.
So if you're at that stage, you shouldn't be able to pay taxes, and you should be able to grab somebody.
If I'm 95 years old, I'm saying the first thing that comes to mind all the time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Old man.
What are you gonna do?
That was the best thing about my dad having Alzheimer's.
Just
He could say everything.
Oh, my God.
Because there was no rules.
I'm acting like I'm 7 years old. Like, why you look so funny? What's
was
wrong with your
no
face?
rules. No
You're
rules.
ugly. You're ugly. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. You're ugly.
Finally, what's worse than getting arrested for laying in a ditch drunk?
Laying in a ditch drunk naked?
Not being
How
drunk.
about
Not being drunk.
Yeah, how about laying in a ditch pretending to be drunk?
Oh, God.
5:30 a.m. Deputies responded in Elgin, Iowa, to 31-year-old Caleb Barker was in a ditch.
Well, is that illegal? Just laying in a ditch?
He was arrested and charged with simulated public intoxication.
Simulated?
That's not,
really?
That's not a crime.
I didn't think so either,
Yeah,
but this I'm seeing right
in
here.
Elgin, Iowa, you can be arrested for acting like you're drunk?
Simulated intoxication. I've never heard of such a thing.
I never have either. And
I guess it's because like they got reports of someone laying in a ditch.
I Googled simulated intoxication, and you know what the first thing that came up? Iowa code. It's real.
It's a real thing, man.
It's a real thing.
It's a
Punishable
real
by
thing.
a $60 fine for court costs and up to 30 days in jail.
30 days?
No, offensive carries up to $105 to $855 fine and a 15% surcharge plus $60 court costs and a potential jail of up to 30 days for acting like you were drunk.
Because basically someone called the cops because this guy was laying in the ditch. They had to send a unit out, and they're like, dude.
Oh, you're costing us money here.
Yeah, but I mean,
I get it.
what if I just felt like laying in a ditch? If I said, I'm not drunk, I'm a ditch layer, that's okay. But if I say, I'm drunk, I'm laying in a ditch, now I'm going to jail for 30 days? That's a crazy law.
What if they found out he had like some kind of condition?
Whether you're acting drunk or you are drunk, the act, if you're still doing stupid stuff, it doesn't matter. And they can't convict you of just being stupid.
I guess so.
Well, we got to find you're acting like you're drunk.
There's got to be a rule against that. Well, now there is. Now, if you don't know, now you know. All right. We've got one segment left, friends. We always like to save that segment and take a look at the daily lines. That's what we'll do next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
You know, it is time of the year as the seasons change. You got to kind of consider, what are you going to do with your furry friends, your babies at home, as the kids go back to school, as you head toward these fall vacations? What are you going to do with your babies? I'll tell you what I do. I go to Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. They're my daily kennel, and they're not the average kennel. It's a luxury resort for dogs. Think temperature-controlled suites, play yards, even a splash pad. Yeah, that's a splash pad for dogs, and in this kind of heat, they got what I don't even have. And whether it's just for a day or an overnight stay, they got you covered. If you're heading out of town for this weekend or that long weekend coming up next week, call Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. They'll make sure your dog has the same kind of vacation. They'll have their own staycation. I love Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit because they're locally owned. They're just like my favorite team. They love San Antonio and they love your pets even more. It's run by folks who truly care. And let me tell you, from personal experience, I've taken my dogs over. They were so excited to come back. That, to me, is the sign of the place to be. 24/7 on-site care, webcam access so you can check on your babies all the time, and a staff that treats your dog like you treat them. They even have temperament assessments. Mine are a little high-strung, and they made sure they played with the dogs of like mind. You want to pamper your putt? They've got grooming, massages, and even bedtime tuck-ins, plus a treat for training. Yep, they've got it all. It's easy to book them. Go to mybunkinbiscuit.com. That's the place to go. Easy to find, 35 outside of 1604. What are you going to do with your furry babies? I'll tell you what. Take them to Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, and you can come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast, and once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
San Antonio, stand up! Desi Martinez Promotions is bringing the San Antonio Summer Showdown. Saturday, August 23rd at the Boeing Center at Techport. 10 action-packed fights, stacked with rising stars and hometown favorites. Headlined by Justin Figueroa versus Jared Tennant for the Junior NABF Super Welterweight title. Doors at 5, first bell at 5:35. Tickets are moving fast. Grab yours today. Visit dmpboxing.com. dmpboxing.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Bob's had the same car, Betty, since high school, and that was a while ago. Bob's dealt with wipers, slow starts, and a few warning lights. And every time, Bob went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped with free services and the right parts to keep Bob and Betty on the road. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back but just don't have the time? Centergenics and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you, delivered straight to your door. Affordable treatment options available. Learn more at fixmylowt.com.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Don't miss Do It Right deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Help your engine run smoother and last longer with Seafoam. Get a bottle of Seafoam motor treatment for just $8.99 and receive 5 times O Rewards points at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school. In stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In store, online, and on the app. In 23 while supplies last.
The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Shout out to Lucky.
Yeah. R.I.P. Lucky. He's not in the new King of the Hill.
No. There was a picture, though. Did you see the picture?
Yeah.
The picture of him and Luann? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a doggy door for Ladybird.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Ladybird's gone as well.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Especially you, Luann. Oh.
The platter that was Luann.
Yeah. Brittany Murphy. Yep. Oh. Brittany Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. All right. Well, that's me. That's me impersonating a president in a wheelchair. That's going to be the 95-year-old me. Oh, Brittany Murphy. Let me get a little pinch of that.
Again.
Oh, that's my husband. He's a fool. That's what my wife will say. He's an old fool. All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do. Let's take a look at the Daily Lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Oh, yes, Major League Baseball, friends. Johan Oviedo and the Pittsburgh Pirates welcome in the Blue Jays. Chris Bassett throwing for Toronto. Jays minus 175 favorites. Luis Castillo and the Mariners. They're in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies. Jesus Luzardo goes for the Phillies. They're minus 160 favorites. Framber Valdez going for the Stros today. Stros need to win. They need to win something fierce. Got shut out again yesterday. Yep. I mean, this is it's
starting to get frantic.
Yeah, this is not like a little blip on the radar anymore. And boy, you talk about lucky that the Mariners can't win. Like, they're not losing any ground, but this is now 4 out of 5 games they've been shut out. We've got their last 3 games, 1-0, 10-0, 12-0, and then they beat the Orioles 5-4, and then before that 7-0. I mean, that is 4 games in the last 5 where they were outscored 30-0. Astros need to get their bleep together. Mostly the bats, it seems.
31-30 on the road, and they're 29-6 when they hit 2 home runs.
Well, yeah,
so
that helped.
If
just
you
hit
score
2 home
more
runs
than the other team,
just
you win a lot of
do
those
it.
games.
Yeah, I mean, it was they Hunter Brown was awesome yesterday. The problem is our guy Scoobly Doobly was also awesome, and the Stros lost 1-0 in extra innings. But Fromber goes today. He's minus 120. The Tigers go with former Astro Charlie Effin Morton, even money coming back on the Tigers. Parker Messick, who's a made-up person, pitches for the Guardians today. They are even money at the Diamondbacks. Brandon goes for the Diamondbacks, minus 120. Andre Payante and the Cardinals are in Miami taking on the Marlins. Sandy Alcantara for the Marlins. Marlins minus 125 favorites. Kodai Senga bringing the ghost fork ball all the way over there to D.C. Brad Lord and Savior going for the Nationals. Kodai Senga minus 175 favorite. Martin Perez and the White Sox are in Atlanta taking on the Braves. Hurston Waldrop. That sounds like
about to get marooned with Gilligan.
He sounds like a rich guy, right? Like his dad's a millionaire.
This is not the third.
I bet he is.
Waldrop the third. You better have somebody with that name before you.
Hurston. Hurston is a minus 195 favorite. A little less classy name, Cam Schlittler, and the Yankees go into
Smile
Tampa
when you say that.
to take on Drew Rasmussen and the Rays. Rays minus 120 there.
How many dingers yesterday? 9?
9 home runs for the Yankees. 4th time in Major League history a team's hit 9 home runs in a game.
That'd be fun to be at if you were a Yankee fan.
Yeah, I suppose it would be. Now, they're playing in their spring training field, so I don't know if it's
short. Is it short?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it is. Yeah, that one and the one in Sacramento are a little short. Rangers are at the Royals. No pitcher announced for the Rangers yet. The Royals are going to go with Noah Cameron. Kansas City's minus 120. JT Ginn and the Athletics take on Bailey Ober and the Twins. Twins minus 120. Rookie phenom Jacob Mizorowski and the Brew Crew head to Chicago. Short trip down the road there. They'll take on Colin Ray and the Cubs. Brewers minus 115. Shohei Ohtani and the LA Dodgers minus 330. Minus 330 road favorites.
Did we trust this? Last time I saw that number, they got beat.
Well, the Dodgers beat their ass last night,
back,
so I think
still.
it's like I said. What are the odds it happens twice in a row?
It's the Rockies, baby.
Tanner Gordon going for the Rocks. Rocks plus 255 if you think they got a shot today. How about this? If the Rockies only lose by 1, you can still make plus 182. Whoo-wee. That means we're talking. If you can find a book that has a plus 2.5 line, you're probably going to get even money on the Rockies. So just don't lose by 3. Yeah. Nick Martinez goes for Cincinnati. They're in L.A. taking on the Angels. You say Kikuchi, I say Kakachi, but you say Kikuchi going for the Angels. They're minus 135. Landon Roop and the Giants take on the Padres. J.P. Sears called back up from the minors after getting his ass kicked in his first start. He will go for the Padres. They are minus 160 favorites in that one. Lady basketball. Only one game on the schedule.
I'm only going to care for another 2 days.
The L.A. Sparks and the Dallas Wings. Sparky.
That's not going to happen.
Sparky minus 8.5 in this one. Total of 183. It is. I want to see a report on WNBA ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what's happening?
I have a feeling that they're sliding steadily down.
Yeah.
Although they're going to tell you the ratings are going to be way up next year, and they will be.
They will be way up next year.
Over years past, but I think it is slowly, as we've gotten further and further away from Caitlin playing, and
there's
no more dildos landing on the court.
Somebody needs to take one for the team.
What are we doing now?
Throw something out there. Yeah, there was an upset yesterday. The Libbity Bibbity got a 85-75 win over the Lynx, the Minnesota Lynx. That was just their 6th loss of the season. So that's about all the updates I've got on lady basketball, other than the Indiana Fever still without Caitlin Clark. And the Connecticut Sun, as of yesterday, are officially eliminated from playoff contention. The 7-27 Connecticut Sun got eliminated yesterday. They decided, you guys aren't going to make the playoffs. So they're lining up for that first draft pick. Hopefully that big old girl from Iowa State. That's who I'd use to pick on.
As we head out for a full day of fun. I'd like to congratulate Auburn on their new national titles. I'd like to congratulate them on adding titles out of nowhere. They're not alone in doing that, but, I mean, you add 7 new titles. That's
7 new ones,
That's
huh?
worth celebrating, you know. You should be celebrating.
What years are they from?
Oh, 1910, 1913, 1914, 1958, 1983, 1993, and they're so bold as to even take the 2004 title. They're even going to claim that one. And, well, you know, why the hell not?
Okay.
Print some more T-shirts. Go sell some stuff. I don't care. I don't know. As far as I know, A&M won one in 39. That's what I'm told. I buy it.
Oh, man. Well, I guess if you say any year you're undefeated, you're a champion.
Well, if somebody says you were, then you have to take it. So if some small-town newspaper says, you know what, I think you're the best team in the country. You're a national champion. I'll accept that.
Now,
it's worth anybody else.
93 was another one of those years where Florida State played Notre Dame in the national championship. Did Florida State play Nebraska? I think it was maybe Nebraska. But Florida State, Notre Dame, and Nebraska were all in the mix, and Auburn was 11-0, I think, or 12-0, and didn't get to play for a national championship.
So they're the champion.
They just decided.
Hey, if you want it in your mind, if you identify as the champion, as Mike McCarthy did, you're a champion in your own mind.
Well, I identify as a champion.
I do. I'm going to even go buy my own ring.
There you go.
I'm a winner.
I got a ring right here, Bubba. A champion in life.
It's a lot of nuts, though, to go, you know what?
It does.
We've been looking back over the records, and we've decided.
The more we've thought about it.
That 1914, that was a travesty.
It really was.
I still lose sleep over that.
A lot of people have said that, though. They're not the first. A lot of people have said Auburn should have been the champs that year.
1910 team that went 6-1, damn it.
6-1.
In hindsight, that was the best football team that I ever seen.
Please.
They won then, too.
They didn't even play against Army that year.
In 1983, they were 11-1. Only lost to Texas. Doesn't matter. They should win it all.
You want to crown them, then crown their asses. We had them, and we let them off the hook.
I'm just going to go ahead and call this season off.
I think that's the point.
A&M, it's going to be a good parade.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
All right, friends, that does it for us. Blitz comes up at 2. This is their last day in town before they head up to the Sin City. That's right, baby. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. You guys have a good one.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Most of us go to the doctor when we're sick or need prescriptions refilled. But at the Institute for Functional Health, we offer a different and complete version of primary care. This means you will get the medications you need, but we will also put together a custom game plan to fix the root cause and allow your body to heal itself. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we help people get off of medications. Call me for a free consultation, 468-1891, or online at iffhealth.com. You will experience a doctor's visit unlike any you've ever had. 468-1891.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports, not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Lowe's knows to bring your vision to life, it's important to find the right color. That's why MyLowe's Rewards members get a free Valspar paint or exterior stain sample to test your look to confidently refresh your space. Offer valid in-store only 8/7 to 8/20. Limit 1 per customer while supplies last. Discount taken in time of purchase. See associate for details. Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Everyone, with your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. In this final week of preseason, time's running out for players on the roster bubble. Rookie Justin Barron tells you a sports analogy Coach Shoddy used in the team meeting to address these final opportunities. Right after this.
A true Dallas Cowboys fan is there for the journey and the destination. This is the season to make your journey count by flying through McAllen International Airport, the South Texas airport of the